This is your professional streamer, everyone.
Yo, something jank is going on with my wiring.
I apologize for all the times I have linked stall. I will repent my sins and I offer a sincere apology.
What?
Obligatory OMG clap, that's my streamer. He's him.
Yo, sorry chat, there was some old ghost code in DunkBot that I have not used in like 5 years, and apparently when the button accidentally fires off and it's within a couple seconds of a restock, it then opens the shop. Give me one moment, let me just pull that up real quick. 10 out of 10 feature. Give me one moment. What the hell is that spaghetti? Definitely some odd code. I guess I'll look over it in a little bit. I'll look over it later. I mean, I see the general area. I see the spot, but in fact, I'll show us. The code's too advanced.
I really wish.
Yeah, Mind's Eye says I rewrote all the Pi DunkBot code anyways. Yeah, see, it's gonna be fine, you guys. It's gonna be fine. You know, this is wait, that's not the Pi one. Well, that actually communicates with the Pi though. So I sent you the piece that's not in the Pi, that's in Unity.
And men were cursed once again.
If I remember correctly, there's no Pi stuff that triggers shop open. There has to be! The button went off and then the shop opened. That has to be. The button's connected to the Raspberry Pi. There must be. Let me see, where were we? Sorry chat, we had a little bit of a crazy start. The intro was all on, weebs are muted, that's good.
It's time to stop.
Good.
It's time to stop, okay? No more.
Basically during the little countdown at the beginning. Alright, hold on, chat. I gotta. Jesus Christ! They gotta sentence out, you fucks! Alright, you're muted now. During the intro, some things accidentally fired off and the shop opened up. And so what we're gonna have is maybe like an early double shop at the beginning? Maybe? Kind of? Mind's Eye says I found it. It was the button though, right? Right, Mind's Eye? Come on, say I'm right. Say I know things. He said, yeah. Yeah. When you press the button after a restock, it opens a shop. See? I know things. It was a feature that I ended up not using about 5 years ago. I just never removed it. So, there's that. He said, basically, yeah, and I re-implemented it. I told you, Mind's Eye, you doubted. I was like, listen, you embraced the jank. You were like, this code is jank, and I must put it back in the bot. I forgot that your wiring was shit and the button randomly fires. Honestly, I did too, until just now, so... Oh well, accidents happen. You know what? It was like one of those situations where a delivery truck is driving somewhere, gets in a wreck, the stuff pours out, and then people start looting it and running away. That was pretty much what went down. The only difference is they still paid their channel points, so it wasn't a full-on looting and run. They still lost some of their currency, but oh well. Rainbow Sun using the new spark shifting tech. I did want to do, see, the only thing making me want to wait a little bit on the spark shifting, because I am interested in it, is that we've done so much fungal shifting, I feel like in the last couple weeks. I feel like we've had so many runs where we're just like, look up the fungal shifts, do this, look up the fungal shifts, do this. Like, do I hold off a little bit? Dunk, what's the plan for the 4th of July Freedom Run? Honestly, some of my family was wanting to do some stuff. I'm like, oh shit, I don't, because I think it's on a Saturday, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, it is on a Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to be going out of town. I have no idea what's going to happen. Read? Oh, here we go. We got a Vex. We got a Vex idea. How about a Dragon Mancer run? You have to aggro the dragon in main, east, and west, and fight 11 Orb Kolmi with them. You can't start the Kolmi fight without 3 dragons, but if one dies, you can substitute one from the next parallel world. That's actually pretty funny. If you get projectiles to heal you, your dragon would be support. Oh yeah. Huh. He'd also... Wait, no, he doesn't do regular melee damage, though. He does, Wait, doesn't the dragon doesn't do regular melee. What's it considered? He does bite. Yeah, bite damage. He does bite and melee? So melee is one of the ones that you can actually do the trick with, but it's pretty rare that we do it because how often do you utilize that? But with the dragon run, we could actually try to... I don't know how much more bite damage you're getting, though. Melee immunity would not save you against dragon at all if it was pure bite. Oh, I see. Wait. But the bite doesn't apply to you still when you have melee immunity, does it? Note that while the damage is not pure melee damage, melee immunity will still block it due to how multi-type damage interacts with immunities. Which I think is what Latali's saying, because it's multi-type damage. But he's saying if it was pure bite, you wouldn't get the multi-type damage. You would just be pure. And so then you would be screwed. Wiki says if you reduce your melee damage multiplier to 0, the dragon boss will still be able to harm you due to the bite damage still being left over. What if you reduce your melee damage to like -20? Will the heal from it amplify so much that even the bite can't even do anything? This is a rare damage multiplying that wait, this is a rare damage multi-typing that, as explained in the bite section, is unique to dragon boss, I assume. Boss dragon component used by the dragon and tiny. If it's negative enough, I guess you could out heal it. All right, which sounds more... you know what? I'm going to have you guys vote. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here forever not making a decision. So, chat, you're going to decide so that I don't have to. I'm trying to decide between a nightmare run or this dragon... What did Vex call it? A Dragon Mancer run, where we try to use dragons as, like, pets. Use me as a pet? Oh, dear God. Chat, please. Your chat logs are saved. One day they will be used against you in the court of law. All right, Nightmare Mode. You guys know what Nightmare Mode? It's a mode that unlocks once you get your first win in Noita. So we would just try to get a win in that. We may do like a 5 orb Nightmare run, something like that. Dragon Tamer run. We'll probably do it on the daily run. We'll have to get like, I don't know, 3 or 4 pet dragons at the same time, and then go fight, yeah, like the 11 Orb Kolmi with our pet dragons. I think that's like the general of Vex's idea. I think it could be interesting. One of his better ideas. And then Spark Shift run. If you don't know a Spark Shift run, Spark Shifts are something that's kind of interesting if you enjoy fungal shifting and Noita. If you're not a fan of fungal shifts, then you probably won't like this run very much. But it's basically using some fungal shifting tech. It's all vanilla. It's part of the vanilla game. But basically, you're using fungal shifting tech to modify the colors in the world of Noita, meaning like you can make certain things that should look one way will instead look another. They're recolored, basically. That's it. It doesn't make them change into something else entirely. They simply, like a portal that should be surrounded by purple like particles instead could be surrounded by gold particles. Stuff like that. That's the idea. You could try shifting every spark on a seed that has a lot of held material inputs. That's true. We'll wait and see what gets voted in, then we'll make our move from there. Here's a great idea. I call it the Dota run. Basically, you stop playing Noita and you stream Dota instead. Load it up. Load it up. Bust out some Shadow Shaman. All right, this is good enough. Start the poll. Got them done pretty close to each other, actually. Oh, Dragon Tamer run. You guys were down with Vex's idea. All right. So the Dragon Tamer run, we'll do it on the daily. And... let's say that we need to have, like, 3 pet dragons at the same time. We can have more if we choose to. But we need to have 3 pet dragons at the same time. Could go to New Game Plus to go to the Dragon Parallel World. Oh, that's such a good idea. We could have like a shit ton of pet dragons. Could have like 10 of them, 20 of them. What's the Dragon Parallel World? It's pretty much the same idea as, you remember the treasure chest where if you go to enough parallel worlds, it starts to spawn in shit tons of treasure chests because it kind of like fucks up the props spawn in and all that kind of crap. Same idea happens with the dragon spawn, where instead of like every spot that should have like a vine, it replaces it with a dragon spawn, which you can't even see. Like there's no visual for that. You just walk near it and dragons just start spawning all over the place. It's pretty goofy. No dragons in New Game Plus? Oh, there are. There be dragons there, unless you mean like specifically New Game Plus, because it may be like New Game Plus that you would need to go to. I'm not sure which one. But it's not like a normal dragon spawn. It's kind of like in Nightmare mode. If you ever watch when people play Nightmare mode, there'll always be these clips that you know, somebody's on some like really good Nightmare streak, and then what'll happen is, like, if you look at when you need to walk 50 parallel worlds. That's true. If we wanted to bring them all the way to Kolmi, we would have to walk a shit ton of parallel worlds back. That is very true. All right. So when you go to Nightmare mode and you say bosses, oh, it actually they do actually show the dragons. But that's not actually true, I don't believe. I think even if you go to this exact spot, I don't think the dragon spawns in. But the reason that he probably still put it here is because the dragon spawn becomes a possibility of occurring. And I think it can be like somewhere between the seam, between the vault and the jungle. And so you'll see a player kind of like walking along and they're like, oh, the vault. And then all of a sudden when they walk in, a dragon will spawn and they'll freak out because it's Nightmare mode. It's just like a chance of happening. Latali says there's a lot of biome overlaps that work for it. So there you go. It's not just this one. It's something that you got to be careful. What if your dragons die during the Kolmi fight? I think we're okay with that. I think it's about, you know, bringing them to the fight. Your main damage wand could instead be a healing wand and you try to keep them alive. I do want to do that. Just I think that would just be a fun way to play it. But for the safety of our sanity, probably just make it where we need to show up to the fight with the 3 dragons. The dragon is the 7th registered function in the jungle, so you just need another biome with 7 or more registered functions, and also that 7th function to be common enough to happen on the border. What he means by that is like, if, you know, one of the functions is like, I don't know, I'm going to make up something that probably isn't exactly correct, but let's say the spawn in, no, that may be tied to the formation, which I guess they all are tied to the formations, but all right, the lamps. The lamps are something that like a prop that spawns in, right? So if it overlaps, the 2 biomes start to overlap, they can misalign in such a way that every lamp spawn actually ends up becoming a dragon spawn. Now, it's probably not the lamp, but it's something like that where it gets replaced. It's funky. It's weird shit. It's one of the hanging wires in the ball. Oh, that's the exact thing that it is. It's a hanging wire. So like one of these ends up becoming the dragon spawn. That's funny. Whenever it like they kind of collide, one of these hanging wires. Make the dragons heal you too. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'll try to make it so that the I'll try to make it so that the dragon, when he runs into me, will heal me, and then I'll also make it so that I'm shooting heals back at the dragon. That'll be the goal. That'll be like the overall, like, you know, setting, like the whole journey will be trying to get this where me and the dragon can hopefully like coexist. Like the dragon's running around, not dying. I'm running into the dragon, not dying. That kind of stuff. And then from there, once we get 3 of them, we'll go fight Kolmi. 11 orb Kolmi, I guess. I mean, the problem with the 11 orb Kolmi is that he does shoot off chaotic poly shots. So that's why I said it's probably not the greatest idea to say that all 3 of them have to live. Because a chaotic poly shot hits the dragon, it gets polyed, and then it falls into lava and dies. It's going to be like, well, dragon's dead. Dunk, have you done a room tour? I want to see Solar in a GIMP suit taped to the ceiling. Listen, I don't know if Solar's still here, but you're probably scaring him with that comment right there. You're probably freaking him out a little bit. He's like, what? I mean, it's your stream banner. That's not a GIMP suit. That is proper programming attire whenever you're programming on such a level that you have to, you know, you're typing so fast, keys can fly out, you can get injured. He has safety gear on. You wouldn't understand, Carney. You're just not a high-tier programmer like me and Solar. Do you guys use Vaseline for your programming sessions? What? Hold up now. What kind of slander's going on here? The ball gag helps you concentrate? Oh my god. Okay, what the hell are these questions? Can you make it where the dragons get you pregnant? Do you sell programming socks? Surely your brain has some filter that can save me from having to read these messages. Please. I'm watching with this I'm watching this with my whole family in our living room on our big TV, and it's getting awkward.
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Listen, Chat, you're ruining his family. Please, Chat. Any e-girls in chat? My wife's boyfriend is looking. All right, Chad. What the hell?
Really
Chill.
You guys could see this
Chill.
guy right now. He is
You're ruining a
drenched in
family,
sweat.
you weirdos. Screw it. I just opened the bets. You guys are getting too crazy. I can't even think. We just called it the Dragon Tamer daily run, but the rules are going to be that I have to have 3 dragons at the same time, and then I go fight an 11 orb Kolmi while having the 3 dragons. That's the goal. Here we go. We can finally play the game. Wait, what are our settings right now? All good. Daily run. Read Sonic the Pedestrian. Listen, if I read Sonic's message aloud, that one dude who's watching with his family is definitely getting disowned. Read Indoor Cat. What's probably not be possible to make the dragon bite heal you. I just tested the melee damage multiplier set to -5 and the bite still damaged like normal. Yeah, it's not you're not making the bite heal you. You're making the melee element heal you. So like you're basically taking 2 different damage types at the same time, right? So you're like always going to take the bite damage, but you're trying to make it so that at least maybe it doesn't hurt you as much, or like the melee still heals you a bit to counteract it, you know? Explain the run so I can decide to bet I was playing Dota. We are going to spawn in 3 dragons on from the main world and parallel worlds, and then we're going to use those dragons to go fight an 11 orb Kolmi. And I'm probably going to do it without melee immunity. So the goal is to make it so the dragons are not super deadly to us. And then also, hopefully we can keep them alive in the fight too. I set the melee damage multiplier. Oh, even with, so if you remove all melee damage, even to the point that it heals, it just does nothing, and then the bite damages. Well, that's a little disappointing. But it's no big deal, because the dragons also shoot projectiles, so we still can get the heals from that. We can get some heals from the projectiles, I guess. Are we heart maging? If it appears. One of those things that it's nice whenever you can just stumble upon it, but we don't need to force it. My Gamba is basically on whether that happens or not then. Oh, just on the heart mage? Really? You don't believe in me without the heart mage? Kind of don't want to use the heart mage trick now just to spite you. Just to show you I don't need it.
Baldo, I don't believe in you, heart mage or not.
Thank you? I think. I'm pretty sure 11 Orb Kolmi kills 3 dragons. I'm not betting on this one. Don't worry, we're allowed to the point is we're taking the 3 dragons to assist us in the fight. It's not like we have to solely, you know, we can do all kinds of goofying around. It's not like we have to just sit there and watch them melee them, because that could take a long time. For example, I'm thinking we probably prep the boss a little bit, and then from there, hopefully one of the dragons gets the killing blow, that kind of stuff. It's supposed to be just look like this fight with these dragons flying around or worming around, whatever you want to call it. Dunk is gonna play Pokemon in Noita. Sadly, when you're dealing with minions most of the time in Noita, it's very frustrating. The dragon is one of the few that it shouldn't be that bad, but yeah, most of the minions are rough to deal with. Well, the dragons aren't really a minion, that's why he's not that bad. But the actual ones meant to assist the player, they are terrible. Wasp Swarm Run win. We actually did a Wasp run not too long ago. The crappy thing about a lot of the Wasp and Fly spells is they're unusually rare, considering how, they're not really that great, you know? It's like a mix of a spell that's meh, and then super rare. Would Necromancy on the dragons work to keep them alive? No, I don't believe so. There's no... You may see a chunk floating, possibly, but it wouldn't even... I doubt it'd even be noticeable that it's the dragon. Probably just see a chunk of meat kind of moving around. What's up, Sky? Will you grab Tiny too if the method of surviving the dragon attacks works out? Yeah, maybe. I mean... It's more like if we're getting annoyed that the dragons really don't do that much damage and we want maybe a little bit more spice in it, we may run over and grab Tiny as well. He may mess up the dragons though. We'll probably do it just to goof around. I mean, like I said, the whole key is that we're standing here, 3 dragons kind of running all over the place, and then from there we can just do whatever the hell we want. Do you need to get rid of the lava so they don't just dive straight away? I don't know if the lava is much of an issue for them. I mean, as long as I have heals, I'd imagine anything that... Well... I don't know, maybe they do take some kind of contact damage, I don't know. We can get rid of the lava above it. The lava below it will be a bit of an issue, but maybe we just fill up the bottom area with blood. And we just use CM and Mikium all over the place. Ooh, there's a heart. We'll see. Okay, I didn't believe there was an actual dragon mating anime, and I'm sad to be surprised by anime once again. I mean, did you not hear that anime title I read out the other day? When I saw that title, I was like, you know what? There's an anime of everything. I mean, there's the vending machine, there's the 3 seasons of the one that is a vending machine character, or the protagonist is a vending machine. That one already seems like such a... And then, of course, every time you bring it up, somebody's like, it's a good anime, damn it. My point is... There's an anime on everything. What was the title? I forget it now. It was the title was show me your panties and make a disgusted face or something like that. That was the title of the show. I was like, what?
Degenerates like you belong
That
on
was the
cross.
title. Hey, don't judge me. I didn't fucking make the anime. Don't shoot the messenger. That anime also released ASMR for purchase to go with it. First off, why do you know this? It's a really specific thing to know. Listen, knowing the title is innocent. That's just simply something that was out there. Didn't I commission it? A whole anime? Do you know how expensive that would be? You could do a subathon to commission an anime. I think I'd have to stream forever. That shit is like crazy expensive. I've heard people throw out price tags for how much like certain animes cost to make and stuff, and I'm always mind blown. I was like, what the fuck? But with AI coming along, this is where people start to say, no! They start to become a lot more affordable very quickly. Some good old anime slop. That's the good thing about anime, though. A lot of it was slop to begin with, so you're in the same spot that you started at. But it was human-made slop. If I'm consuming garbage, I want to know it was made by a person. Loopy, he's like, this is my moment. We've already had 2 people reference the Sword Art Online clip today. And god damn it, I can't help but click it every time. Wait, I think it's like a really quiet clip. Where's the audio thing? It must be fucked. Wait. Oh, it's disabled. Violates Mozilla's policy. Oh, that's sad. Sag.
Is Sword Art Online isekai? I don't know. I don't like this anime.
I like it.
I don't like incest.
I don't care.
Never gets old, man. I don't like incest. I don't care. Based. Based. I don't like incest. I don't care. It's like instant. I don't like incest. I don't care. Fuck you. But yeah, point is, that's what isekai watchers have to stoop to, alright? Where you're like, hey, there's incest in there. They're like, I don't care, I'll take it. I'll take whatever. Feed them the slop. Surely at some point you're like, even AI could do better. Alright, well we've gone through most of the area. There's definitely some zone that I have not cleared, but we want to open the shop. So before you get your island invitation, can you say, tee-hee, I don't even know what a floppy disk is? What? Hold up now. Alright, I'm good. I'm good. I had just grabbed some Cajun nuts. Cajun is a flavor. Alright, they're a little bit spicy, so every once in a while it makes my, whenever I eat them, I don't know, I feel like a little sniffly afterwards, you know? Clears up your sinuses a bit. Alright, we're going. I grabbed some spicy nuts, yep.
It's important to wear appropriate PPE when viewing such a smooth reflective surface for long periods in strong lighting. OSHA would approve.
OSHA would approve. Alright, rolling this. This is a pretty lame start. This too is quite lame, but I feel like we don't utilize trick blood money that often. Yeah, the tablet is a method for getting getting blood gold. Rainbow gold would be cool. But I also don't want to run around tablet killing stuff. You know what? We're gonna grab the trick blood money. But I'm just gonna get the blood money from the environment. I mean, we may try to get a build for it, but I don't want to do too. I mean, we may, if we get desperate, we'll do a couple tablet kills, but I just don't like the tablet kills, man. Goddamn tablet kills. Looking real good. All right, so ooh, my legs are too. Oh shit, my legs are too powerful. Use all-seeing eye. We could, if I want to see where I'm going for a bit. There we go. Just drop into some concentrated mana. Oh fuck! Just instantly die. In case you don't know, those tanks do die if they hit concentrated mana. It's kind of like what lava is for the player. When you have the Trick Blood Money perk, the idea is whenever you have enemies that are like kind of isolated in a position that you don't have to worry about like taking too much damage when you're messing with them, those are usually the enemies that you will you'll actually use your tablet to kill. I was trying to see if I can get this guy to drown himself. Aw, he's breathing. Stop breathing. You stop that right now. There he goes. So we just like tricked him into like kind of staying in the water until he drowned. Won't get a lot of health out of it, but we get a little bit. We got 4 HP. Oh, there's a freeze there. And there are energy orbs. Oh, baby. I do like that. Energy orbs are great in the early game. I love them. Like one of my favorite spells to get real early. Just makes getting around the biome so easy. Does homing rock count as a trick kill? Yes. It like shreds. So if you have lots of enemies around and then the homing rock is flying all over, blood money will just be like getting flung all over the place. It's like, woo! HP for everyone. You can farm a big purple guy for little purple guys to trick kill. That's true. Problem is though, you usually want to do that with like melee immunity. Otherwise, sometimes the little guys will actually get a hit on you if you're not paying attention. Get a little cheap shot. Once you get all-seeing eye, in general, I do like the all-seeing eye. It's just right now, whenever I'm going through this part of the level, I don't really feel that afraid of most enemies. However, I do have a hard time on knowing where I've been. And if I go casting all-seeing eye, I lose track of where I've been. Because everything is, you know, like, is made bright. Like you've already been there. But later on, you're not, like, in later areas, you don't explore every single corner. That's why all-seeing eye goes up in value quite a bit. Because then it's like, well, I mean, at that point, I just want to see if there's any danger. That's when it's real good. It can, ooh, there is a homing right there. It can still save my butt, don't get me wrong, because there could be like, imagine this wand right here. If that guy had picked it up and I didn't see it glowing beforehand, I'd have no idea there was a wand there. And then you turn that corner and then boom, you just get insta-killed. And that's a situation that all-seeing eye saves your ass. So there definitely is a lot of reasons to use it. I see, so Dunk is getting melee immunity plus projectile weakening into invulnerability / healing. I probably won't grab the melee immunity. I don't know, maybe I will, because people are saying that they tested and you couldn't actually make it where the dragon's melee was healing. I think you could make it where the dragon's melee did nothing, maybe with the resistance, but not heal you.
Question: is shared Twitch chat enough for 2 streamers getting the same TI votes? If so, we could do an TI duel championship. Imagine Yoxi versus Dunk. Would be like Morpheus versus Neo. Dunk is Morpheus, of course.
Chat, this is a bad thing. Listen, I know of the Matrix. I've seen some of the Matrix. I've never watched all of the Matrix. It's a ball joke? Oh. Son of a bitch. With that said, you're fucking kidding me. I'm sorry, I haven't. Like, one time I remember my brother was like, let's watch the Matrix. He's like, you never watched it. And I was like, all right, let's sit down and watch it. And we sat down and was like 15 minutes in, I maybe had dozed off on the couch and never attempted again. Not because it was bad, it's just I just never got around to it. It's like with the Lord of the Rings. I just haven't got around to it. But I will. One of these days. Jack goes, what? I'm sorry. Trolling? I'm not trolling. Dunk, you're a disgrace. I'm sorry. Lord of the Rings is so fucking boring. I haven't been able to get through the first movie. That was Sample Live saying it. I was just reading his message. I understand you, though. I have seen the fight scenes in Lord of the Rings. Wait, I was yapping about something. I got distracted. I don't remember what it was. Something about the game. Good, you don't deserve Lord of the Rings. Bro, watch the YouTube shorts Lord of the Rings. I've seen a bit. You were talking about the dragon bite. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it so that the dragons are around while we're doing our, you know, boss killing and stuff. I don't know what specifics. We may end up grabbing melee immunity. Probably we'll do the projectile weakening curse trick so that the dragons can heal us. So it seems like they're kind of like a helper, like a minion, just little goofy stuff like that. It's not like a super technical run or any of the. Oh shit, that guy's kind of scared. Ooh, really? You don't say.
The question was, is a TI duel possible with shared
Oh.
Twitch chat?
Yes, so that one's a tricky one. So yes and no. As it is right now, at this very moment, no. Because what would happen is, while we both could be running Twitch integration, and let's say that the timers were perfectly in sync, they still are two different instances of like of TI. So there's like the randomness is rolling separately. But if you did some kind of like seeded TI, meaning like you type in a seed, then it means that it has a very specific order that it's going to choose things in. Obviously, to us, the player, it would be random, and to you guys, the voters, it would be random. But because it's pre-decided, then you could have like a versus match of like multiple people. From there, it'd be all about getting the timers synchronized. So I don't think it's like that. It would be that crazy to set it up. I'm sure it definitely could be done. It probably wouldn't take that much effort, but it doesn't exist that way right now. You saw melee immunity in the daily today? Hell yeah. I'm still a little bit undecided. I was kind of wanting to experiment a little bit with the melee, but other people in the chat said they already tried it. I think it was Congo was saying that he, even with the melee immunity, supposed to be like 500% healing, it still wasn't healing him. So I'm like, ooh. Probably not worth all that trouble then. I'm testing it right now. I'm dubious, but we'll see. And let me know if there's any discovery, because it is a bit disappointing that you can't even, like, if you do it enough, it doesn't eventually start healing, like outscaling the bite. Well, even if the timers are synced, there's no guarantee by Twitch that all clients receive the same message in the same order / with the same timing. That is true too, actually. That's a really good point, but I would say that would be a pretty minor detail. You know what I mean? Like, because the timing window, it would like, there could be maybe a vote or two that's like one or two different. But usually the messages, if it is relayed to one, will be relayed to all the others. The drop message problem is usually the message not being relayed to anyone, rather than like missing from specific clients as much. Not to say that it can happen, but it is way less likely, I think, to happen that way. But you are right. There could be a scenario of like one vote being the difference between like an option, and so two different things happen in two different places. I mean, realistically, you could just set it up so that like one person is like the host TI, and it just simply relays it to the other TI to what they voted for. That way you could guarantee that they're in sync. Yay, hearts.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
So far as you can see, we haven't really gotten too many instances of blood money. Usually I feel like I find a bit more than this. If you ever see an enemy that's solo like this guy, that's usually the moments to use your... oh, there he goes. He hit himself. To use your tablet to bop him so that we can get blood money. But keep in mind, whenever you do the tablet kills on enemies, there's still a chance. Let me kill this guy. Whenever I throw my tablet like this tablet actually has a component on it that it can recognize it as the player owning it, meaning that sometimes the enemies don't drop blood money from the tablet kill. If you want it to be guaranteed blood money while using the tablet, you actually have to drag it like this and throw it. For some reason, when you drag it from the inventory, it actually completely loses like the player's ownership, and then that way when it hits the enemy and kills them, it doesn't know that you're the one that did it, and it gives you the blood money. Kind of wacky stuff, but oh well. Read me out. Oh, you already tested it? Let's see. I've tested, and my conclusion is multi-type damage is certifiably on that hater shit. Basically, it appears melee damage multiplier is completely ignored by melee bite damage. You need to do more testing with freeze melee, but even with -5 melee damage multiplier, I appear to take full damage from Dragon Bite. Melee immunity will be needed. That's pretty much what Congo was saying as well, I believe. Congo's always right, yep. Never should doubt him. Wait a second. What did I do with that black hole wand? God damn it. I gotta go back and grab it. I got distracted earlier because I was yapping. You place it on a ceiling? Oh, did I? Well, let's go back for it. Damn it, where's that? This is a dark area, meaning that we haven't been here. Meaning that oh, there we go. Yoink. Okay, that's enough for black hole usage. So what we could do... Oh shit, wait, does this mountain line up with the other mountain? Ruh-roh. Let's find out. So we're going to move the freeze onto our damage wand. Some chainsaws. Wait. Greed does not amplify the healing. Trick. You want more nuggets dropped, not amplified gold, I believe is how it is. Been too long since I grabbed blood money. I forget the details. It's HP per nuggie. Okay. So we want more nuggets, not amplified. So that means just reroll, right? No, I was trying to think, is there a reason to consider that gold? Is there a reason? I don't think so. Hopefully. Pretty lame early game wands. I mean, I guess I'll grab the strong levitation, but honestly, it's probably better off just doing another reroll. Well, it's kind of a shitty perk grab. Alright, so we're gonna piss off the gods. Aw. I was about to shoot him with a freeze, and then I remembered that because we have Trig blood money, I was like, oh shit, wait, I wanna kick that into him for the heal, but because he hit us, it pretty much canceled out the healing that was done. Does greed give more healing with blood money? No, so that's what we were kind of discussing a little bit. You want more nuggets. Greed doesn't make more nuggets drop. Greed makes it so that whenever you pick up the nuggets, they give you more value. Like they give you more, like your actual gold amount moves up quicker, essentially. What you're looking for that could be a perk to help you out with Trig blood money would be things like, where the hell is it? I am blind. Well, actually, I can't remember. Is there any benefits to stacking the Trig blood money itself? Because basically there's Trig greed. Oh, dude, all the greed perks are just vanished. Oh, they're all at the top. Psh, they're all hiding up here. So greed makes the nuggets worth more. This one isn't gonna benefit us at all. Why was I thinking trick blood money? Just stacking the trick blood monies drop more gold nuggets? I don't remember. Trick greed is where there's more nuggets whenever you trick kill stuff. So this is something that normally you do like to stack these because you get a lot more nuggets, but this is to make the nuggets that you do pick up go up. So it's like two different ways to look at gold. Trick blood money is just turning. I think it's a one-time grab. Yes. So it'd be a combination of you grab trick blood money, then you stack. I think you can get up to like 5 trick greeds, and then he doesn't let you stack anymore. I think there's like no benefits of stacking beyond like 5. Something like that. You will get more heal if you get more nuggets. You will not get more heal if you increase the value of the the nuggets through greed, if that makes sense. You play Dota 2, you should know everything about stacking. I'm always so lazy about stacking in Dota 2. And probably the thing I play the best is support, so it's kind of like a bad thing to not be very good about. Like, my carries get mad about it all the time. Where's my stacks? I'm like, that's my bad. Think of them as chicken nuggets. It's more chicken nuggets, trick greed, versus efficient metabolism, greed. I like the analogy. I dig it. Some eggs. Actually, if I remember correctly... Hold on. Egg. And then we tablet. Bop that guy. Okay, never mind. Let's say, are these the ones? Wait, aren't there some of them that drop gold, or is that none of them drop gold? I do not remember. That murder. A long time ago they used to drop gold. I do remember that. Very long time ago. Now I feel like maybe it's none of them, or it's maybe a couple of them. I gotta brush up on all my blood money tricks. It's been a while. Ooh, this is a good one. Whenever you blow up the mushrooms and it kills stuff, that is considered an environmental kill, but it's a good way to get money. Somebody's shooting a black hole wand. There he is. This is why I wanted the freeze. It makes it nice whenever you can just hunt down one of those telly guys real quick once you hit them. They're not escaping. Hey Champ, a fellow YouTube content enjoyer here. Are you planning on doing more fungal shifts on damage runs? It's really enjoyable. We actually did quite a few of those runs just yesterday. So yeah, there's gonna be some content coming out for the YouTube guys in the near future of it. But yeah, the chat seems to really like it because they are kind of a very content creator, you know, kind of run where it's just like just goofy chaos. So I'm sure we'll be doing a lot more of it in the future as well. Ooh. That is a wand. Please no telemages, please no telemages. There you go. And there's a telemage, and he died. He just put his head in the ceiling so he could give us some trick blood money, I guess. What a great guy. What the... How many mages can there be? It's a telemage convention. I really feel like that. It's today's daily run. You gotta be careful because when you have telemages jumping around like that, that is chaos, right? Like it makes it where if somebody watches me playing the daily and says, "Oh, I like this seed. I'm gonna try it for myself." They may load in and then boom, you know, insta-killed by a telemage in this area because all it takes is a telemage coincidentally jumping to where a wand is and then afterwards jumping to where you are, and that could just insta you. And that's just pure, that's just random, right? Like the way the mages jump around is just chaotic. Every time I use I have blood money, I greed for the blood money or the blood gold and die quickly. Now I get that because you see people do that all the time just with regular gold. They'll see regular gold sitting in like acid and like dive into the acid to try to grab the gold, and it's like, well, that was silly. At least with the blood money, it makes a little bit more sense because you're like, oh, that's a little bit of gold and health, and then usually it goes bad and you get hurt.
Suave when the random guy's dog goes springing off into the twinkly funny-looking Yellowstone volcano brine pools. That chatter when he sees blood gold.
Just leaping to his death. I'm picturing that one meme. I think it's, hold on, where is it? This one right here. Like the moment you see blood gold. Your blood gold in a pit of lava. It's like, I need that. That's mine. Thanks, Magikarp. Fuck you. Can reopen. I can only watch on YouTube because I'm from Europe. Wait, the Europeans claim that my stream schedule is perfect for them. Are you telling me they're lying to me? It's early morning chill watch. See, Lindo Trash is chilling. It's working out for him. And it actually depends on what we consider early morning because, I mean, over in Germany and stuff, isn't it getting near, it's getting close to noon. It's like 11 a.m. Yeah, it's 11 a.m. Yeah, see? I guess, I mean, to most gamers, I think, consider 11 a.m. pretty early. But you know how Americans know 11 a.m. is not considered morning anymore? Wait, Americans, you can't answer. Let's see if one of our international peeps can answer that question. How do we know that 11 a.m. is not morning anymore? Breakfast fast food? My man, Petey knows what's up. McDonald's breakfast stops at 10:30. That's when it's no longer morning. And so it's official. Petey got it. Jack in the Box Mogs 24/7 breakfast. It is like some people like to shit on Jack in the Box, but that's one of their biggest, like, I mean, 24/7 breakfast. That's a hard thing to hate on, man. McDonald's got to take notes. McDonald's actually tried to do 24/7 breakfast right, like, we're talking like a month or two before COVID hit. And then COVID hit and they were like, you know what? No more 24/7 breakfast. I'm not sure how COVID factored in there, but all I know is they were like, McDonald's now no longer, you know, like basically all menu all the time was like their thing. And then COVID showed up and they were like, yeah, fuck that. Breakfast deserves to be 24/7. I agree. Some people, they hear like, you know, it's like getting around dinner time and they hear like eggs and like waffles or things like that for dinner. And they're like, what? That's breakfast food. And I'm like, dude, breakfast food is good always. At all times of the day. If anything, it's kind of weird because there's a lot of breakfast foods that are like insanely heavy, especially here in like Texas. Biscuits and gravy are like a classic. They're like a staple breakfast item. But who the hell is eating biscuits and gravy and going to work? That shit will fuck you up. That shit's so heavy. It's like if you wake up and you have biscuits and gravy, you're just like, oh shit, I can barely move. I need help. Definitely not going to work after that. Fuck that. It's a Sunday food? True, okay. Sunday, yeah, sure. That kind of counts, I guess. Because you're not having to work anyway, so you're like, it's okay, I can wake up, eat biscuits and gravy, and then go right back to bed. Heavy food makes me so sleepy. Same. Same.
Your previous schedule was a bit better, especially on weekdays. Something around 11 a.m. and midnight your time was perfect because when I got to the stream we were already after 90 minutes of pointless yapping in the wrong category.
What is this I'm hearing about pointless yapping? Why is Nolly useful? It can kill projectiles early, so it allows for you to do things like teleporting insanely fast or detonate explosives earlier than they normally would. Anyway, where is that Nala? Did I put that one outside the caverns? I was yapping, so I probably lost track of it. Ah, you are right. This is gonna be where our Telewand or our Tellies go, but right now I need to go grab those chainsaws that I left behind earlier. Because as you can see right now, with it killing the Tellies, it actually looks kind of bad. And in fact, it probably will remain bad until we find an ad mana. Because with this there, and this, it's still not going to look great. Let's see. It does small bursts, but we just don't have the sustain yet. That's okay. It just means we will have to hold off making that our tele wand. Put it here. I know to use it in a little bit. There we go. Heal. We've held off this heal like for so long. I'm kind of bored of going around the fungal area, so I'm going to go ahead and move to the next zone, to Snowy Depths. There may still be some resources left there, so if you played today's daily, just because I didn't find like an ad mana there doesn't mean there isn't one over there. You may want to go look for it yourself, but I'm bored of that zone. We're moving on.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more.
No more. Blizzle with the 6-monther says happy bald day. Why have I heard several people say happy bald day today? What's going on? When is bald day? Wait, why did it correct from when is bald day to when is national? Huh? National Bald is Beautiful Day, celebrated annually on September 13th. Be Bald and Be Free Day, also known as Bald and Free Day. This observance falls annually on October 14th. Why do you guys keep saying Bald Day today? Because you're streaming, it's always Bald Day. But there has been several people that said Happy Bald Day today, which I thought they were saying like Happy Birthday each time. That's why I like kind of caught my attention. I guess I'll let go of the missiles. Don't really need them. There is a worm on the loose. Look at this. If you are wanting to hunt down a worm, it's usually a good idea to take the freeze off of the wand, because the worm will not bleed any worm blood, and a lot of times people like to use the worm blood to see in the dark and use it to go like find a heart mage over on the far left side. I'm gonna be lazy and just leave the freeze on there because it does make killing the worm easier if you keep the freeze. Oh wait, something killed the worm. That's a small worm actually. We saw the path that we saw was for a big worm. So he's still around. We have so many black holes, we might as well go check the mountain real quick. And then we run over here. More black holes, a freeze, a heavy. My god, we got it all. Oh shit, I just missed the... So what we could do is we could freeze them this way and then tablet throw like that. Oh shit. Don't die yet, friend. No, stop surviving. No! I was trying to tablet kill him so that we could get the trick blood money, but if I had did the tablet kill like this, there's a chance that he would have dropped gold, but it would have been much easier to do and probably was less likely to mess it up. Would have been the smarter move. Alright, so given the chat's research earlier, it seems kind of pointless to not grab melee immunity, because it sounds like if we do the melee immunity trick, it's still not going to work on the dragon, so because he does a multi-type melee and bite. It's a whole thing, but melee immunity does work on the dragon is the point of the rant. So we'll go ahead and grab this so that he can't mess us up later. This is a really nice mountain. Heal, black hole, and heavy. We already had black holes, so that wasn't necessary, but the other two very nice. And that could be nice if we find an explosive projectile. We could also steal these if we wanted to, using like black holes or something, but money doesn't seem to be much of an issue for us right now. Time for an alchemist kill. What did I do with that wand that had the alchemist killer? I don't know why I had this plasma beam orbit. I should have put up that alchemist killer. It's fine though, there's already a couple more that I'm sure we've passed. Cluster bolt. Alright, so then... Oh, some blood money. I forget, is it 1 or 2 cluster bolts? I do not remember. I also got to remember where I sat down that one wand. I didn't set it down, but I dug a tunnel. Actually, that could work, I think. Oh, that was a mispress. That could have been death. Cluster bolt. Egg. 130 damage. Nice. Homing. Also gonna be an expensive setup. That's 60 right there. That's 40. That's 100. Homing, bubble, cluster bolt, egg. Okay. And just for a little insurance, put the freeze there. And okay. Go test it out. Alright, so we're currently at 64 health. Let's see if we can get back to full health using Cluster Bolt Egg. If we can climb our way out of this without using the Holy Mountain heals. That is not good. That is a wand right there. Another Cluster Bolt. In fact, let me grab that for now. Cluster Bolt, I think, increases the radius a bit, doesn't it? Even though I'm a little scared about the mana cost on that shit. Hey, where's the statue? Did it fall through the ground? I think the radius is a little bit bigger. Honestly, I don't even know if it's worth it in this scenario because the extra 30 mana is a bit rough. I am making baked potatoes. Get jealous. What's your normal baked potatoes toppings? Me, I'm a simple man. I want cheese. I want butter. And I want bacon. That's on my baked potato. I don't really do sour cream. I don't necessarily hate it, but I'm not like a big fan of it. What about eggs? Eggs on your baked potato? I mean, I would try it. Oh shit, I was reading chat. Well, my health is back to where I was in the beginning, so gotta be more careful. This setup is pretty much guaranteed blood money from the kills. See, I'm getting the green sparkles because the blood money is healing me. It's just they're healing me in really tiny amounts. Which is why it probably looked like I wasn't getting healed at all. Where's the CEO? Ah, fuck. The worm probably killed him, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Oh, shit. The worm dropped a heart, though. What a nice guy. So Cluster Bolt is a modifier I would recommend most people just pretty much never really mess with it. This is a rare occasion where if you attach it to the hollow egg, it actually can be nice. Which, as you can see, it's pumping damage. We're having cauliflower, baked potatoes, and turkey meatballs. If I had a topping, it would be smoked salmon, sour cream, and dill. Alright, you're kind of scaring me with these. This is some crazy shit you're putting on. You know what? Here's how your baked potato is supposed to look. Let me show you. Oh man, here we go. Boom. That's how your baked potato should look. Ooh, that is a brisket baked potato. They pretty much just get a baked potato with cheese and butter and they just stuff brisket on top of it.
Right now, he is
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's not bacon. Bacon's more standard, you know what I mean? Like most places you go to, they'll just put, bacon bits on there, whatever. But if you're going to a place with next level baked potatoes, they got brisket for them. That's the real stuff. You literally cannot see the potato. I don't see the problem. I don't understand the issue here. For you, for anybody with taste buds, that's what this is. Come on, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Enhance on the. Oh my god. I gotta take this off the screen. All right. I'm getting too excited.
All right. Are you ready?
That's a legit looking potato. See, short man knows. He knows what's up. Oh my god. I almost just killed myself. That is a propane tank that does 110 damage, 111 damage, whatever. And I would have died from that because my health bar is lower than that.
A little propane. Can't stack caffeine.
A fajita potato? Yeah, just like a fajita steak meat in a potato. Is that what you mean? And the peppers and cheese. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of bell peppers so much, but yeah, the rest of it I'm down. The rest of the fajita ingredients I'm in. You know what? We're gonna kick this, spawning in that bad guy. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm trying to not use the Holy Mountain heals and get back to full health using just the cluster bolt egg tech because it is considered trick kill damage. Why do you have freezing on it? I just have it on the initial projectile just because if there's like an Uko or some shit like that, I would rather just make sure he's stands still so I don't have to worry about him. But it isn't necessary. It is not a necessity at all. Oh, that was cool. Whew, I just hurt myself there with the cluster bolt because the cluster bolt on the egg does do self-damage unless you have explosion immunity, which I do not have. Damn it. Those both gave us
That's a
a
nice
red
muscle
gold.
throwing on you got there.
No, we're fine. We're fine. Probably. Hopefully. Oh, there's a heart. Oh, shit. We have a pretty great wand right there. Or not wand, but great resources. There's a Nuko down there. I think we killed the Uko. Oh, shit! This stupid rat right here is almost costing me this game. Jesus. I'm trying to climb my way back up there, but every time I'm starting to get a little bit of health, something goes wrong. And then I lose that health. Kick the statue. 2 of them come to life. There you go. Use them for their blood money. What's the egg in your wand? It's just a hollow egg. If you put a cluster bolt on it, cluster bolt in general is super dangerous and you should almost never use it unless you have it attached to a hollow egg. The cluster bolts do not shoot off the clusters. Instead, they just do a pretty nice explosion. But that explosion is dangerous for the player. That's why I'm shooting it in this very cautious way. Because it'll just pop these enemies for me. So it doesn't cause many issues for me. And I stand back while I do it. Does the acid in the mountain work instead of the egg for cluster bolt? No, I believe the material spells give off the cluster. I think the egg is the only one that doesn't have that. This thing sucks against it, actually. I gotta get something different. The egg is like the only one that doesn't get that modifier. Got some bad guys here. Oh, okay. Getting stuck. That guy just stole a wand that could be dangerous. He's dead. Crit on bloody. Got the bubbles there. Is there something else over here I wanted to grab? Oh no, there's this hand statue. We could kick this one. And then there'll be a whole clump of the quest dudes. And then we'll get blood money from them. Should get blood money from them. Too much water though. Alright, here we go. Oh shit, the damn ice froze around my feet and it caused me to hit myself. Oh. This is the downfall for putting a freeze on my wand, but oh well. I mean, this can actually heal pretty quickly. It's just for some reason our hiisi base has been like really spacing out the enemies a lot. An unusual amount. I think if we were to jump into the hiisi base for a moment, we would be back to full health pretty quickly. Alright. Let's jump out here for a moment. Let's see if I... Oh, the propane tanks do scare me. Here, watch this. Just shoot a couple of these bad boys. Oh, that's a propane tank. Let's not do that. There's a healer. Screw it, we're gonna kill him for now. There's a big pool of poly right beneath this. I don't like that.
DunkOrSlam, what are your parents like? Do you get on well with them? In what ways are you similar, different?
Tito, you say the most random shit. Sometimes you have a thought-provoking question, and sometimes you have a fear-degenerate-provoking. Well, not really provoking. Degenerate fear. I don't know how to describe some of your comments. Just degenerate. Degenerate-provoking from the chat, I guess, because they're like, "Oh yeah." I'm really close to my parents. They're awesome. You guys would like them. They are. My dad's like in his late 70s, so he's older. I was his last kid. He's an old man. I don't know. You would have, maybe one day you'll meet him. Maybe one day you guys will see him on stream. Maybe. But ow. Bring them on stream now? I don't have. They're not here. We call them at 4:49 a.m. Actually, my dad, he wakes up at this time. He wakes up like at, 3 a.m. He's like a super old man schedule where it's hitting like 5 p.m. or so, and he's like, well, time to get some sleep. Like, what? It's 5 p.m. What do you mean time to get some sleep? Do they watch your streams? My dad doesn't. He really doesn't know how to navigate much on the internet besides use YouTube. He does use YouTube for like everything though. He's like always watching like history documentaries and stuff. It's pretty much it's like his news and his history documentaries is chilling on YouTube and getting baited by AI videos about sports. That happens too. Classic. Yep, classic. My mom does though. She's the one that's more, oh, I hurt myself, computer literate. She I mean, she doesn't know anything about Noita or gaming or anything like that, but she's one of those people that like I don't know, like all my friends would always be, like whenever we were like growing up as kids, my friends come over, my mom was like the fun mom in terms of like, she's always making sure we had like fun stuff to do. I can remember her always taking us to like, when I was a real little kid in like elementary school, she was taking me and my friends to Toys R Us because they would have like these Pokemon trading card like gatherings and stuff, and I remember we'd go to those. It was really fun. And then in the summertime, it would be hitting like midnight or like 1 a.m. and me and my brother would be in like our room playing video games, and she would come in. She's like, "You guys want to go to like 7-Eleven and get some Slurpees?" And it's like, "Yeah, heck yeah." She's like the super fun one. I feel like Dunks played paintball for her birthday. I've never played paintball in my life. Can you believe it? Somehow I've never played paintball. Didn't your dad give you the button for the broken silence button? Yeah, this one right here. Oh shit! Well, you can't see. I hit the button. The power went out.
Now he is
Oh no!
In sweat.
Yeah, my dad worked as an electrician for 40 years, 35 years, something like that. So he, if you've been around old school electricians, or anybody who has some kind of like trade that they've done for a very long time, they end up having like tons of stuff that like is like their journey through their career, So he had like just tons of, he has like just a mountain of like electrical stuff, just random shit. And this button right here was a button that's like used at airports, or I guess it used to be used at an airport. Obviously it's been cleaned. This thing would be disgusting. It's actually back with like the baggage claim area. The workers, they have like these serious buttons that you would press for like the luggage going by. And this one would be the one I think you use for like emergency stop. I think you like hit it to stop all the, at least back then you did. I don't know, now it's probably done completely differently. But whenever they go in and they replace that stuff, a lot of the things are still working, but it's just like meets its like lifespan or whatever. And so then they just like remove them. Well, those things that get removed, my dad would just be like, dibs. And so he just had lots of random shit like that. And I remember grabbing that out and he's like, "Oh, that's the airport buttons." And then I was like, he's like, "I'm gonna use these." He's like, "Yeah, like take them." And so there's like he has like 100 of them, and so then I wired it to Twitch chat, and then I broke it like a year or two ago. The button's not broke, the wiring is broke, the grounding is done bad, and I got to redo it. I've just been super lazy. So now whenever lightning strikes, the button thinks it's been pressed, and so it makes the noise that it's supposed to make when it's pressed. That's a whole other thing. I think when, yeah, my dad would be disappointed at the wiring. He'd be like, "What the hell is this? What in the hell?" My dad is like an old school creative person, like with his like electrical stuff. He's not like modern stuff. When I hear of electricians, usually they'll tie it into like computers and stuff, right? Like modern day, like I think of like a Raspberry Pi, like I have. They set it up to like do stuff in their home. But my dad was building like old school, just wiring, just like funky shit together, and just kind of seeing what he could do with it. And basically, he was usually just trying to fix a problem that he had. And his solutions weren't always the best, but I've told this story before because he told me about it. My older sister, when she probably appreciates me saying this story, but when she was like, I don't know, like 9 or 10, she had like a bedwetting problem. She kept wetting the bed, and he was like, I didn't know what to do about it. He's like, so what I did, he was at the time he was a single dad, because it's my half sister. Anyways, so what he did, he took this like it kind of looks like a mesh wiring that can like detect any kind of moisture. And what it does is if it detects any moisture, it causes it to like basically fire off. Like it basically it detects it, and it says like, oh, there is some liquid here. So then he put this mesh wiring thing, connected it to a car horn. He said his thinking was that it would hopefully like scare her awake, so she wouldn't just pee the bed, like pee in the bed. And he said he said it was not a good idea, because at the time, I mean, he was like in his 20s. He said he just thought it was like maybe an idea, like a solution to the problem, because it kept happening. He said, but you think he maybe caused some kind of like damage to her. He said because it did not. If anything, it made things worse, and it may have been traumatic for her. He said because he said the problem was it went off in the middle of the night, and he lived in an apartment at the time. And he said whenever it was going off, he didn't really put in like an off button on it. You had to like undo the wiring to get the horn to like stop. So he said it was like the middle of the night, just fucking holding down the horn, and he's like trying to unscrew it. He was in his he was in his 20s, so he's probably like, I don't know, probably late 20s then. I think he had his first kid when he was like 19. I think it was like right at maybe 20 or so. I don't know. He was right out of Vietnam. Out of Viet-fucking-Nam. Hey, he's old school.
I'm in a similar boat as your dad with the military documentaries and all that YouTubes. Love that stuff. But if you want to possibly impress your dad, tell him to check up the movie Tora 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 and the pyrotechnic mishap they had. I can almost guarantee he's seen the movie.
It's a pretty crazy thing to witness. Yeah, I'll bring it up. Tora Tora Tora. That sounds like some kind of anime shit. Hold up now. You're not trying to trick me, are you? Not trying to make my dad a weeb, are you? But anyways, yeah, my dad, like if he was born in this generation, yeah, he would have been like a big time computer guy and all that stuff. He would have been all about it, but you know, he's an old guy, so he just uses YouTube. But my mom, she pays attention to it. I was talking about her just the other day because Chad was asking something about her. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, if I don't stream, usually I'll get a text in the morning that says, "Are you okay?" Because every day, I guess when she wakes up, she checks to see if there's a VOD of my stream, and that way she'll know if I went live. So she knows how to use computers and stuff now. She's not really interested in gaming, but she knows about that stuff, and she understands a little bit about like content creation and everything. Enough that the YouTube algorithm recommends her like streamer stuff, and she's brought it up to me in the past, and I've been like, wait, where did you see that? She was talking about watching Asmongold make like a $5 steak, and she was like, there's this guy, and she was like describing him, and I was like, what? And I was like, wait, is it Asmongold? And she's like, yeah, that's the name. Like, he was making a steak, it was nasty. I was like, yep. I was like, somehow the algorithm. Yeah, she watched it too. She clicked it. It was just like, I'm learning. These are content creators these days. But yeah, she'll know random stuff like that's kind of trending in the like content creator world because the algorithm will like recommend it to her. She even knew about the pirate software drama. She was just like, there's this guy who like made a mistake in a game, and now everybody on the internet like hates him or something. I was like, yeah, it's pirate software. Yep, I know what you're talking about. Should have bragged. We rated Pirate Software when he was small channel. We made him, by the way. We made him that. It's true. We released that onto the world. Yeah, no, it was actually Mixu. You were the one. You were like, hey, if Mixu, oh, you may get some haters. Mixu was like, hey, there's this streamer, this small streamer. We should show him some love. And that was, yeah, Pirate Software. About, it was a couple months, maybe like 3 months or so before he all of a sudden blew the fuck up. I'll admit to watching his streams some before he revealed himself. Oh, I think there's more than just you. Don't worry. There's more than just you. With how big his community was there for a while, my god. He was like the streamer on Twitch for a bit there. Horsehair? What? What? What kind of crazy shit am I looking at over there? Chat's always getting wild. There we go, we finally did it. We climbed our way back to full health. It took so long because I was just yapping and stuff and I kept taking damage, not paying attention. I watched his shorts and was incredibly confused why so many people were fawning over him. All just basic stuff. I mean, there's, you know, to his credit, his specialty, even if the stuff is very basic, sometimes, I mean, I'm really bad at, like, you know, finding a quick and simple way to word something. Oh, fuck, there goes my HP bar. God damn it. After I just got to full health. Son of a bitch. Back to grinding blood money. But yeah, sometimes people just very, you know what I mean? Their wording is very exact. And, I don't know, they just... I think that was it. That was his specialty, is he always just put it in a way that was simple, everybody understood, and it just worked. And he always had that notepad where he would draw stuff, though sometimes it was a little bit silly with that notepad. You would see him drawing something, but it was just kind of there. He'd be like telling a story, and then he'd be like, I went to the store, and he like draws like a square, and then that's like the whole purpose of like paint during that story, is that he just drew a square. I need help visualizing what exactly is a store. Oh, I see. It's a square. Which I think he even had like a short explaining why he did, you know, his whole, why he used paint. He explained everything he did. He's like, oh, because it helps, you know, with grabbing people's attention or something. I don't remember. It's been years. I wasn't paying attention. I love the Meat Canyon parody of Pirate Software. Dude, the Meat Canyon art style is disturbing, which I think, obviously, that's like its whole point, but goddamn is it disturbing. He's too good at making disturbing shit. The what? You know, Meat Canyon is like an artist that will draw just like, I don't know. There'll be like, there are content creators, but I think there's other stuff he draws outside of just like, you know, making fun of content creators and like he makes just like sketches, and they usually involves a content creator drawn in a really like grotesque way. Can't wait for the DunkOrSlam Meat Canyon. What am I going to get canceled for? What am I going to end up doing? Get your predictions in now. Let's see if you're right. Being bald? Okay. Get canceled for being bald. Alright, they're gonna have to shut down Twitch. For being bald, but not the good kind of bald, like Northern Lion. Thought you guys told me Northern Lion had hair. You're telling me this whole time he was bald? I can't stand Northern Lion. Really? He's pretty hilarious. He's got some of my favorite, you know, clippable content out there, like the best like Twitch clip moments, like Uma Musume. I don't remember. I mean, I try to block out anything Uma Musume related. Try to pretend that that game never existed, otherwise I'll lose faith in humanity. Wait, be a streamer and have your fan come to your door. Boom, wife acquired. Wait, what? What am I hearing right now? Isn't that how he met his wife? Isn't that the joke? I guess that's what they're saying. I have no idea. I don't think it's a reason to dislike the guy. Seems a little odd. Fuck that guy. He met an IRL, a woman IRL. Fuck him. I hate that guy. Oh, shit. Did you see that? Alright, mods, find out which chatter it was that shit my pants and ban them immediately. We don't allow that behavior around here. God damn, what the fuck? Dude, yo. That could have hurt. I do not have explosion immunity. Yeah, not my favorite shop, I gotta say. I mean, I guess we could grab Sea of Mimicium. I mean, there's not really a reason to right now, but later we may need it. My inventory is like jam-packed. Ball lightning is kind of tempting because we could use it to kill or to help kill the Alchemist. You could drop a black hole since you're gonna have infinite soon. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a good call. I think you're right, but in that case, it's not really anything that I really need, though. Either I'm not like, oh yeah, it's everything's just so mediocre. Let's screw it. We'll do it just in case we end up needing it later. Now, with this, we have infinite ambrosia, so we can get a parallel worlds, no problem. Damn, in a couple days, gay people will begin hibernation again. Until next year. Kind of sad. Yeah, until next year.
My wife is watching Park and Rec and the Drenched in Sweat episode came on.
Yep.
So weird to hear that in context.
Was it like activating a sleeper agent? You were like, oh shit! I got a moist mob! Yeah, that scene always messes with my head. I've seen it like twice since I've started, you know, being a streamer. Both times. Well, I've seen it way more than that because we watched the clip, but actually when watching the show. And I'm always like, what the hell? What's happening to my brain? There we go. Roll this. We do want that. Can't be as weird as seeing the original Bahi clip. It does not sound like something that comes from a human. It is weird. It is definitely weird. Maybe Brit's an alien. Would explain a lot. But he is a real human noise? Yeah, that was my brother. And it was not meant to be clipped or anything. It was just him talking to his chat, talking to Twitch. Just said, Bahi? Chat clipped it, and I've had to hear it every day since. Have you heard more Bahi or Agoo? It's a great question. I don't know. I am not sure on that one. It's funny how long you can survive with just like a single egg cluster setup like this. Pretty damn powerful. For such a basic combination, you know? You would think it would fall off a lot earlier. It's powerful. Is it odd that it's your brother's voice that chat uses to laugh at you? Does he like that fact? I don't know, actually. I never really asked his thoughts on it so much. Like, how do you feel about them spamming Bahi? But for me, I mean, it doesn't even sound like him. I don't even know, like... Obviously, I wouldn't hear that and be like, wait a second. Is that my brother Bahi? Did my brother say Bahi? What the fuck is a Bahi? What is that sound? What the hell's happening?
I really wish you guys could see this.
Drop that, put this here. And now... Heavy? Sure. There's been several wands with eggs, and now I'm kind of tempted to go find them. The main reason I didn't upgrade the eggs in my wand, because earlier you're like, you probably saw it and were wondering why I didn't throw on like 2 or 3 eggs, since, you know, if Cluster Bolt attached to 1 egg does, let's say 130 damage, then for every egg, like 1 more egg, yes, it will double it, because it adds another 130 for every egg that you put on there. Now remember, each egg is going to need its own separate payload. That's a whole separate thing, but the issue is that I am not explosion immune. So while I want more egg explosion damage, I don't like the idea of the potential danger of like hurting myself with that big damage I've just added on. 4 hours in and nowhere close to taming a dragon? True, let's pick up the pace. Let's get into dragon taming mode. And in fact, Wand-Mart area is going to be the place that we need to be at. So maybe we check just this mountain and then move on to it? Oh shit, hold up. Alright. Oh, look at that. Huh. Yeah, this is where ambrosia is really important to have because it's annoying actually the way he's attacking me. Screw you, man. Stop drawing off my damn ambrosia, you suck. Finally. So this guy in particular, like this guy right here, my build is really shit against him because he doesn't, he 100% resists explosion damage. So essentially we're just damaging him one bubble at a time. B Dizzle with a 5-monther. Thanks, Dunks, for all the thanks, Dunk. I can't talk. For all the YouTube videos. I have 300 hours under my belt, and I think I have already mastered Noita. I mean, I believe it, honestly. I mean, you know what? Like, Noita in the early days, you know, we were rubbing two sticks together trying to create fire, you know, and we're doing like such little basic things, even after like 6 months to a year of playing the game. Still very basic stuff. Now when new guys join the community and they take in information, right? They take in knowledge from others. They catch up to everybody so quickly. Like it does not take long at all. And there are people that that are getting god runs like quicker than ever these days. So I believe you, B Dizzle. I believe you. Would Bubble Freeze Tentacle be better? Not really. So if you shoot out a bubble trigger, bubble trigger with a freeze tentacle, I get what you're saying because you're trying to do a freeze melee from a distance. The issue is that when the bubble hits something, the bubble dies, and the tentacle needs to be attached to something to hit them. What you would rather have is like a piercing bubble. That way when the bubble hits them, the bubble doesn't die off and the tentacle can shoot out of the bubble and hit the enemy and actually get the freeze melee. But that's not the case here. That we won't need that. 100% a joke. I killed myself yesterday with a cluster. Cluster, I'm using it right now, but I'm trying to warn people, like, don't go using this unless you're putting it on just an egg. Because this thing is meant to ruin runs. Go over here. Mistakes were definitely made. Oh well, we'll take Repulsion Sector, I guess. I was hoping we get like edit or some shit. Do the payloads of a piercing projectile also hurt the player? No, the payload's safe. That's why you tend to put the payload on something, you put the piercing on something really simple, like just a bubble, and then put piercing here, because the bubble's not dangerous. Like, whenever you put the piercing on there, yes, it becomes eligible to be dangerous to the player, but naturally the bubble only does 5 damage, so the piercing removes the damage that it does, so it can just sit on top of you and it does nothing. The payload that shoots off, will shoot off because you will activate it, but it doesn't harm you because it doesn't have, well, in this case this one would harm me because it is naturally dangerous, but not because of the piercing. So in general, yes, you put the piercing on like something simple and it is safe to shoot it. Cluster bolt egg would be one of the rare cases that you wouldn't want to do that. If you had freezing like I have here, then you probably wouldn't want to put the piercing there because you're going to risk the bubble will hit you and then that freeze will now be able to freeze your character. You'd be vulnerable to that. How is Repulsion Sector perk when Repulsion Field exists as a perk? What's the benefit of Repulsion Sector compared to Field? I way prefer the Field. I think most people do. Yeah, I don't know. Sector is just like having like a fraction of it. I prefer the whole thing. Luckily, it does help shoot the black holes like crazy fast. Woo! Hello? Little bit of danger. Just drained a ton of polymorphine down. Field reduces projectile resistance. That is true. Field does have the... it amplifies projectile damage, which is reducing projectile resistance. So it makes projectiles just hurt you more. So that is a good point, but at the end of the day, I think most people prefer the field. Just because it is nice to be protected from all angles. Why doesn't damage increase affect healing damage? Do the devs fear greatness? Why doesn't damage increases affect healing damage? Because damage is, it's like a 2 different damage types. Healing is its own, kind of like its own category. So if you add damage to healing, you're literally adding damage to it. Like you're adding pain to something that it was supposed to be helpful. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. No reason to really hold off. I think I've left a couple heals around. Now, if for the thinking that you're talking about, like if damage was negative, if healing was negative damage, then yeah, it makes sense that it would at least have some kind of, maybe like a different effect. Maybe not like exactly what you're saying, but negative damage would make more sense if you started to have modifiers work in ways that people, I think, more expect. But no, because it's its own damage type, it kind of complicates things. We can't reduce damage and make it heal more either. Yeah, but again, it's like its own damage type. So whenever you're doing reduced damage, you're reducing projectile damage that once it hits 0, it doesn't, you can't reduce beyond 0. Healing, like if you reduce, it's like you're modifying one damage type. There is no modifiers that allow you to really mess with the healing damage type. Interesting run. Yeah, it was Vex's idea. We'll see how it works out. I mean, it was just kind of like a goofy idea. I think he was just wanting to just go on a silly adventure, and we'll see if it ends up creating kind of a fun Kolmi fight if there's like 3 dragons kind of orbiting us while we're fighting and healing and all kinds of crap. Curious about the payoff. How will it work? Pheromones, more love? The dragon naturally tries to hunt you down. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to make it so that the damage type that he normally has, like his projectile damage, well, he has melee damage, which we're already melee immune, melee/bite, so we're immune to that. Then his other attack is a projectile, like he spews out projectiles. Those you can make them where they heal you. So once I have it set up that way where they heal me, it means the dragon's just going to drive by and just shoot heals at us. And then we're going to get a couple of these dragons, and they'll chase me around, and then I'll go stand near Kolmi, and we'll see how much damage we can do like that. We'll see how it goes. Oh my goodness. A little off on that positioning. Just a little bit. Alright, well, now we're in the right spot. Whoops. Didn't give anybody a heart attack. Ooh, my damage is quite puny. Damn it, I wasn't quick enough. Well, we're getting there. Just kind of like making laps around around him, just running circles. Damn. Come on. Damn it. There you go. Oh shit, that was an accidental one. We're getting there. We could ambrosia if we really wanted to, I guess, to play it like really safe.
6.5 hours later.
He just smacked himself, didn't he? You just hurt yourself. Ooh, right at the end he got me. He bit me. So, just some good drops. Damn. That'll be good enough. So now we have infinite digging. With infinite digging, we can go easily and get the tower wands. With the tower wands, our wands damage is going to basically turn into god wand damage. And then from there, from there, I guess we start powering up a bit because I am a bit weak. You know what we haven't done in a little bit, at least like a month or so? I feel like we haven't utilized a worm farm. We're not going to create like an actual, you know, super efficient worm farm. We'll probably just create a really basic, you know, worm farming method. And that'll be how we crank up our HP today. Tal, just for any of those new guys, this is one of those Greek letters. It's really easy to overlook how to use it. I yap about it pretty regularly, but it is one of those that's worth kind of yapping about. Alpha, cast a copy of the first spell in your wand. So you think, oh, black holes in the first spot, attach the speed up to the Greek letter, and we're happy. And that is the correct way to use it. But, oh, it's going to be kind of hard to show you because of the repulsion field is actually going to take away the visuals. Basically the idea is with a towel, you do not apply, you would think that you put the speed up on the letter, just like with alpha, you just attach it right before it. And in this case it will work, but if you move it here and put it after it, since the towel copies the 2 following spells, you actually get the speed up value twice. So something that you place here, you get double its value. So a situation where you could use this is, let's say that you have this spark bolt and this heavy shot, right? Well, that one's kind of a weird one to show it on, but I guess it still works. By having it set up like this, if you have it like this, you get 1 heavy shot attached to the towel. By having it like this, you actually get 2 heavy shots attached to it. This one is actually really visibly obvious because when I shoot this spark bolt, see how it flies off? It moves a good distance. That's 1 heavy shot worth of damage, so it means that it's hitting for an additional 44. By moving it here, it's applying it twice, so that's plus 88 damage. This causes the shot to be more red. Oh, actually, you can see it on the statue. This is perfect. There you go. Shoot the statue, 47 damage. 47 damage. Move it like this. We shoot it. It says 182. That's because it's actually shooting out multiple spark bolts, but basically you're getting an additional 88 damage. That's the idea. Take my word for it. People in Paris fight for a discounted AC unit.
Oui, oui. Oui, 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 oui.
What are these sound effects?
Degree.
Wee. I mean, I believe it. I believe it. I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all. If you've been in borderline 100-degree heat all day to go home with no AC, that'll that's like psychological damage right there. First off, it could actually kill people, but then it's torture though. Yeah, so I that one, see, this one makes more sense to me than those like Black Friday deals where people are like tackling each other for like, you know, $10 off like some shoes or some shit. This one is like, yeah, I would be in that pile too. I'd be like, get the fuck out of the way. I need some air conditioning. I'm sweating my ass off over here. Get out of the way. Yeah, I don't blame them.
How about these Frenchies get a job and fork the money over to big air conditioner like us good ol' Americans?
Get some of that freedom AC, baby. Fun fact, the heat wave in Europe of 2003 killed 77,000. Somebody said that last time. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know how many this one's killed. I hope it's nowhere in that realm. 77,000 is... that's crazy. You would have think there'd have been mass air conditioning after that event. Alright, I'm moving away from Cluster Bolt. Well... yeah. I mean, it's been fun using the cluster bolt, but the problem is I have to constantly be afraid that I could accidentally hit myself and damage myself. It's a whole thing. Oh, but we don't really have the greatest... Oh, no, we do have good projectiles. That'll work. For now. Europe does not believe in air conditioning. Well, I mean, it's one of those things that they had the luxury of not believing in it because they, you know, these are, or supposedly were decently rare occurrences, but I imagine people will, they'll start getting on board with air conditioning. Because, I mean, even if it doesn't happen but every so few years, it's like, you know, that year that it does happen is so miserable. But you know what? It's the same shit with Texas. It's the same shit in Texas. Like,
Do you remember the level in Super Mario 3 when the sun tries to kill you? That's today. But to cheer up my Europeans, enjoy the coolest summer you will ever get for the rest of your life.
Oh shit, no, I hope not. It's like that for Texas, though, but the opposite, right? It's like you guys don't have your AC because you're like, it's not really necessary. Same shit with Texas. You guys were laughing at us with the power grid, all right? they were pointing and laughing. Now you see, they, you know, ours was obviously politicians and greed and shit like that, but still, they were like, surely there'll be no winter brutal enough that we have to worry about. And then it happened, and they were like, oh fuck, oh fuck. That shit is still stupid. Well, the difference is that's not really on the people. We, you know, it's like, what the fuck? We're not supposed to maintain the power grid. That's our government. But it's like that was their mindset. Was like, the winter's gonna be not that crazy. It's just instead of the people having the mentality, it was the elected officials. Eat lighter meals during the summer. Wear breathable clothes made of natural materials, cotton, light wool. Use fans strategically. Summer's not a problem. I mean, that's crazy, though. Like, having to do all this stuff whenever it's like, or eat whatever the fuck you want, wear whatever the fuck you want, and install an air conditioning. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's the way to go. That's America, baby. Look at this. It's summertime. I'm wearing a hoodie. Now, again, I'm kind of forced to wear this hoodie because if I take it off, you guys will scream for 45 minutes. But still. Congo, your mom's getting wild in the chat again. Everyone bitching about the heat like dudes be in Australia while going through menopause and having hot flashes. Bitch then. Momga's getting crazy. I wear warmer clothes in Australia than in Finland because the houses here have zero insulation. Wait, the houses in Australia have zero insulation? But I would think that the houses would have some crazy insulation for Australia because the summers are so toasty. You know what I mean? Insulation is good for keeping heat in, but it's also good for keeping cool air in. Both are around 50 megawatts. Wait, where's it at? I have insulation in the roof, but nothing in the walls. Oh, shit. Insulation is terrible at countering heat? What? Insulation's terrible at countering heat? Good insulation will hold, like, will keep an area cold for, like, a long time. Like, insulation makes a huge difference. Obviously not as much as retaining heat, but, yeah, it counters both. Insulation keeps you cool if you shut the windows in the day. Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you're opening a window, you're just canceling out your insulation. Like, I bought the most expensive insulation possible. Also, somebody open a window. Like, well, what the fuck? Why get the insulation? The window's open. What's up, Cade? Yo. Oh, shit. I was distracted. Chat was seducing me. Alright, well, just a little bit of lava. It's alright. Hey, listen. A little bit of lava is good for the skin. It exfoliates. Some good, healthy skin by melting off a couple layers. Yeah, honestly, there's kind of a bit of danger around here. HP bar is not as high as I would like it to be. Did I hear Alan? What's up, Alan? Yeah, I gotta get some insulation for that lava.
As an oil prince here in Baghdad, Iraq, whenever it gets too hot, I put on my gold-laced aluminized robes, get the leash for my pet tiger, and I go for a stroll through the penthouse mansion frost room. It's really not hard, guys.
What? What did I just hear? Yeah, I got the ambrosia ready. Don't worry, we got this. We just go directly down. Put a little bit of ambrosia on, you know, just a little bit of lube. Just a little bit. And then... Yes, we're prioritizing the good wand, of course. Duh. Duh. Alright, check this out. We got this, and we got our telly. Not bad. That's good. No Wand-Mart? Yeah, we still gotta go there. I'm gonna be looking for a projectile weakening curse. Would really like that. Alright, that's enough. I was just trying to make sure that my heal was high enough that I didn't get caught with my pants down. Alright, over here. Okay, we kill this worm. Oh, fuck, I have a freeze on my wand still. No! Wait. How can I kill this worm? Oh, we'll chainsaw his ass. No, get out of here, acid guy. Alright, worm. There we go. I was using the chainsaws for my black hole setup one. It was a goofy strategy, but I was just doing that so I could get the wormy vision. And then we take that wormy vision. We travel in here. Grab that. Grab the heal. Why not? Let's go. It actually could be better for us to go to the parallel world now. Oh, we do have hearts here that we can pick up, though. Lots of heals. This weakening curse is for melee. You can use this to make melees actually heal your character, but since the dragon does a combination of melee bite, people earlier were testing it and said that they couldn't find a way to make the dragon's melee actually heal the player. Apparently the bite combo just like fucks it up, which is sad because I kind of thought you would be able to do that, so that sucks. But it's fine because the dragon does shoot off projectiles, so we're just going to rely on projectile weakening instead of the melee weakening. Tentacle timer. You know what? We are going to grab that, and then we'll use that to... Remember I said we're going to make a worm heart farm kind of thing? That's how we'll do it. So even though our health right now is not that great, 400 something, we can get it into like the thousands very, very easily. First things first, though, we gotta get a bit of gold. Yeah, we gotta get edit wands. I was just looking to get like one big thing before we go heading to parallel worlds. This will be our big thing. What's this run's gimmick? We are going to take on. We're gonna grab multiple dragon bosses. Hopefully 3 of them, maybe more, and we'll have them all 3 dragon bosses chasing us at the same time. And we're going to go fight Kolmi with 3 dragon bosses. Hopefully we can get the dragons to kind of do some big damage to Kolmi would be ideal. But we'll see. We will see. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe grabbing that melee weakening curse to amplify the melee damage to Kolmi could be a good idea. Maybe? Who knows? Alright, let's get the... Let's crank it up. It's the weekend. It's the weekend. We need to set the vibe. We got to set the tone. Where is it? Hold. Keep your pants on, chat. No, I said pants on. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Crank it up.
Lurking in this sweaty cave here in Dunkville. Moist mobs, monsters, swapper mages. It's a dunk thrill. Might get a victory. Extend your win streak. DunkTales blue. Every night he's out there screaming. DunkTales goo. Tales of glory crouches when skill prevails. The danger weeds will find you. Virtuous emotes will find you. Punch a goon and slide into some DunkTales. Let's take a spin, might get a win on DunkTales. Goo. Tales of a legend, all jokes and good dunk spells. Goo. Not gamble fails on fam on snails. No DunkTales. Goo.
Boom. Enters the pyramid. Wait, what do you mean? Enters the pyramid. 4th row. But that's like a random spot. Why are you guys looking at this random? Oh, you mean here? I mean, I did enter the pyramid too. Oh, you're just saying like it didn't highlight properly. Honestly, I thought he was looking at this one. This one is also a bingo. I slurped. Builds a new wand with a digging payload on a trigger. I think the cluster would qualify. It's explosive digging. Kills the Alchemist. I did. Opens a sweatshop. I thought it was this one. That was a double bingo. I was wondering why you guys were looking over there. I was like, what the fuck? What are you guys paying attention to? What are you smoking? The double bingo. No, he does not get 2 glasses. He does not get 2. That would be cheating. No double glasses. No making up new rules. Don't you dare. Should have special double bingo glasses, which is 2 glasses on top of each other. It is kind of a cool concept. It's like greeting. It's like saying, hey, you can risk going for the double, but your problem is somebody else may claim a single in that time. Because then you'll be like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have waited. Kind of a cool idea. He may need glasses since he couldn't mark either of the bingos. He needs those. He needs those prescription bingo glasses. No, don't cave. I'm not going to cave. I'm saying as a concept, though, for the future. It is something to think about. A weird run idea. My daughter was listening to Aladdin's A Whole New World, and I thought maybe you can take a Hamas and show him the world. Take a mob on a trip through a new biome somehow. You want me to take a Hamas on a magic carpet ride? You love that? I mean, I thought it's weird because in the gaming world, escort missions are kind of like notorious, right? Like everybody's like, fuck escort missions. But all the times, like many times I see requests from you guys about basically an escort mission. Like you're trying to bring an escort mission into Noita. That sounds like torture. Like, all right, little Hamas, here's the hiisi base. As he immediately gets shot in the face, and you guys are like, oh, get a new Hamas. You got to get a new Hamas and escort him. So I get a new Hamas, and I'm like, all right, Hamas, this here is the hiisi base. Propane tank blows up, and he dies. We're like, oh, get a new Hamas. Like, fuck. This is torture. It's torture, but not for us. Oh, I see what I see. You sickos. You monsters. You just want to watch me suffer. We're masochists. Just torture for you, not for us. Just destroy the hiisi base? Oh yeah. Bob, I'm sure chat would definitely let that one fly by. As I walk into the hiisi base with the Hamas and it's completely in ruins. There's nothing alive. All the terrain's just deleted. Here, little Hamas. This is where the hiisi base used to be. This is where shotgunners used to hang out and congregate. There's their corpses over there. Let that be a lesson to you. Run idea. Dupe Carl and gather every baby friend and take them somewhere. A road trip. Oh, that's like a pretty hilarious one. I wonder if you could have like a whole army of them. Sure. I read you can get one mini green friend creature into the race car. What about showing him the world? Now that one wouldn't be too bad. If you get one of the, that's what they were talking about earlier, one of the mini dudes. They were saying to dupe the rocket into mini rockets and then grab a whole army of them, which could be kind of funny. Because once they're in the cart, they can't die. So that would be an easy escort mission. Road trip run, but how many you lose by Kolmi? You have to cheat GUI that many orbs in pre-fight. Oh shit. Pretty interesting idea. That could get really, really bad if it ends up being a rough escort mission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a double trigger, so that means we can have one extra at the end. Big damage. We can even throw these on there. Cool. Heavy, we don't need you anymore. This heavy we could use, but the recoil is going to be a bit shit. Oh well. Is there any place you can recommend run ideas? Yeah, the Discord, usually people are dropping run ideas all the time in the Discord. Obviously at the beginning of stream I tend to sit around and try to think up cool run ideas too, but yeah, Discord, there's a section called Chase Check This. That's probably one of the best spots to drop off an idea if you have something in mind that you would like to see. No guarantees, but it's like the most likely place that I will see it. I actually really need this all-seeing eye today for the dragon stuff, just for the fun of it. Just we get a clear visual of it, but the electric immunity is definitely the better overall decision. Oh well. We're using our freeze black holes to head directly down. Oop. Keep going. Ow, electrocuted. It burns. Oh shit, that was a mistake. I accidentally got the I gotta get to a safe spot real quick. So we're in a good shape right now. You know, our run's really starting to take shape. What we're doing is we're doing a small detour. Down here in Hell, there is a shop. There's one up in Heaven as well, but the Heaven one it's easier to get to, but there's polymorphine and it's a little bit more dangerous. The one down in Hell, as long as you're powerful enough, it really doesn't have that many things to be afraid of. So I'm going to use these worms right here, which you can get from killing the bridge boss. And then I'm going to combine that with a placate spell. It can be pretty much any placate. I kind of want to grab that add trigger too. Let's grab that add trigger. I would like a placate. They're pretty common down here, so it shouldn't take much. They're pretty common unless you're looking for one. I know, right? I'm feeling that right now. Gotta be kind of careful. I'm being a bit sloppy, and because I don't have Tinker, I actually don't have a way to quickly fix my health issues if we get down into like a scary position down here. Oh, there's one. Oh, this is perfect. Heplicate. That's exactly what we needed. So we have a setup right now where we can farm infinite HP. We can farm health forever. I just have to get back to a safe spot to then do that. Okay, so if we cast the Matosade just regular... By the way, if you pay attention, if you lock in for like the next like 2 minutes, you'll understand exactly how to farm infinite health. Otherwise, if you space out, you miss a part of this, you may be a little bit confused. But Matosade costs 225. We can cast it, no problem. If we cast it, what's going to happen is going to delete the zone around us, and it's going to rain down worms. The reason that people don't use this strategy for farming health is that these worms that rain down, they do not drop HP. They look like the big worms, but they will not drop HP ever. However, if you use something like a Heplicate or any of the placate spells, which there are several of them, you know, if I stop being blind, there you go. Iplicate, Yiplicate, Tiplicate, Wuplicate, all these right here. If you use them, one of these, to copy the Matosade instead of getting that like big AoE thing, you can actually get a single one worm to spawn. The key is that if you read whatever placate you're casting, so in this case it's a Heplicate, cast 6 copies of a projectile, so 6 copies of whatever is after it, but the copies still cost mana. So it needs to cast this Matosade 6 times. It costs 225 mana, so obviously we're going to need a good amount of mana to cast this. This one only has 450. It is not enough to cast all 6 of them. This is actually a good thing. This is a good thing. You want to have a wand that cannot complete the payload. By not completing by not having enough mana to fully complete it, what happens is you end up summoning in a single worm. Now, where you could mess this up is if you didn't have enough mana to even cast Matosade a single time, because it has to cost the Heplicate costs 130, and then the Matosade costs 225. So that means that we got to be at 355. We need a wand to at least have 355 mana max. Otherwise, it wouldn't cast anything. Instead, it starts to begin the pattern, but then it doesn't have enough to cast all the extras, so it just brings in a single worm. Now that's the beginning. From there, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put this combination on a tentacle timer. It's kind of funky, but essentially instead of casting this on top of ourself like this and then having to shoot the worm, instead you can actually do it a little ways from your character, like this. Now, at first that may seem a little silly, but it will serve a purpose. Basically, the tentacle has this ability where if you put a freeze on it, it will insta-kill most things in the game. I know, that sounds really, really OP, and it kind of is. It actually really is. It's called a frozen melee, and a lot of people love to abuse it. In fact, it even insta-kills the dragon boss. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this freeze tentacle timer right before the Heplicate worm, so that whenever we shoot out the tentacles, it'll freeze kill the worm immediately. Hopefully that makes sense. So basically, it's spawning in the worm and meleeing it in the same moment. And these worms that we're killing are eligible to drop hearts. Now, normally, the Heplicate has a limited amount of charges. Like, you can cast it, I don't know, like 20 times or some shit. But I have the perk Unlimited Spells. So that means the Heplicate has unlimited charges. So I could sit here for as long as I wanted to and farm this forever. Now, one problem that can happen from this, that you're probably noticing, is that there's worms dangling everywhere. This is where Noita efficiencies start getting kind of crazy. But to every problem, there is a solution. So with our freeze tentacle worms, we're starting to get dangling worms all over the place. How do we take care of this problem? Well, they're frozen worm corpses. If you have a frozen worm corpse, how do you get rid of it? Well, you melt it. It's frozen. Let's go somewhere hot. Where's hot in Noita? France, apparently. Or Germany. Or the pyramid. All right. So we're out here at the desert. In fact, let me get away from that. There's a boss dude there. I don't want to be near him. So it's hot over here. And what this means is that if you pour stuff like water in this area, you'll notice... Oh, goddamn, it's kind of nighttime in the game, so you can't really see it very well. But, wait, actually, is it even hot over here? Maybe I went too far away. Is it evaporating? Hey, you. You should be evaporating quicker than this. Maybe I need to go further to the left side. We'll find out. It should be evaporating a bit faster. I can't even tell if it is. I think it is. Yeah, I think I see little pixels. It's just because it's nighttime, it makes it really difficult to see. It's the water's being lazy. Yeah, see, there it goes. The worm corpse is basically melting immediately because it's hot in the desert. And this is making it so that we don't have to deal with all that, you know, corpses hanging around and being in the way. Now here's where it gets really wacky, and I didn't know this for the longest time. I think it was Aqua was the one that brought it up, and I was like, what? It works that way? But basically these hearts can act as like little trigger points for the tentacle. So let's try to get a whole chain of them. Oh, kind of fucked up there for a second. All right, this should be good enough. So what you can do now that you have some tentacles, I mean some hearts here. Let me grab one of them. If we shoot the tentacle down into the hearts, apparently the hearts will then cause the tentacle timer to fire off more times. Like, it's almost like every one of these acts as like a point that it fires off the payload. So we shoot this up through the hearts here. You see that? You can see like a whole clump of them. Sometimes they actually get in the way. You just kind of like got to get the sweet spots where they can spawn in a whole group of them. Yeah, you see that? Okay, we're getting too many of them. There's too many. And you can just kind of chain this, and you can just like keep it going for, I guess, as long as you like. You're gonna want to clear out the frozen corpses. Like the desert's pretty crucial part, because otherwise your game can start to get really laggy without the without, you know, melting them away and stuff. There we go. All right, well we should have a good enough amount. We have 1,135 health total right now. There you go. So you moved up to 1,835. And you can just do this, you know, for as long as you would like. Should have gotten a heart mage down there. Yeah, you could. You could. In fact, using pretty much this exact technique is how we've managed to take our HP bar even beyond infinity in Noita, which is weird. If you take it to like, you can take it to like this point where it's first it hits infinity, which you're like, oh, okay, I must be at the max health. No, no, no. Infinity is nothing. You can go way beyond that in Noita. It gets so crazy that if you restart your game at a certain point, when you're if you close your game and reopen it, your HP bar actually goes to negative, and then a message pops up and it says, "The gods are curious." No, wait, which one is it? Curious, yeah. The gods are curious. All right, well. Damn worms. You're getting crazy. Damn you, worms. Certain angles will do a better job at insta-killing the worms than others. So that's one of those things you just kind of like experiment with. You're like, oh, what happens when I shoot it directly up? When I shoot it directly down? All that kind of crap. Alright, let's just get to 3,000 and then I'll be happy. Oh shit, that was wrong. Whoops! My hearts! Oh well, we reached 3,000. I'm happy with that. So you can keep this going forever. As you see, the only limitation is you getting bored. You can keep farming that HP to the max. Rookie numbers? Yeah, if we do it with the Heart Mage, we could go crazy. Is there a way to get to go with this with Greek letters if you don't get infinite spells? Yes, yes. So pretty much all you do. Actually, let me get to a holy mountain, and then it's pretty much exactly what you would think. But I'll show you what I mean by that. I've been trying to get a win in under 5 minutes, and now I'm considering alcoholism. Wait, what happened? Wait, what's the method you're using? Oh, shit. You have quite the wand right there.
No, no, no. Ah.
Oh, shit. That was a fast run. You were hauling ass. 2 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock right there. It's his mating call. The anguish.
Fuck me. Holy fucking shit.
That was a good run. Holy crap. That's what happens when you learn Noita by watching Dunk. What? How am I getting blamed for this? I'm innocent. Okay. So, let's pretend that the Heplicate ran out of charges. So let's say that it had a 0. You would put it like here, and you say Alpha, cast a copy. Actually, let's do Gamma. Gamma, cast a copy of the last spell in your wand. Heplicate's in the last spot. And then you cast it back. Same old same, you know? Same idea. But in this case, I'm not using this Heplicate. I'm using the Gamma copying the Heplicate to then do that same kind of interaction. What about if you don't have a Heplicate at all, though? Then you have to use something with this, like, add trigger, add timer, but then you have to worry about charges, and then it gets really complicated. The Placates are just by far the best at it. And they're easy to get, too. Like, they're really common in heaven and hell. Clearly, they learned from this moment. This is why you're catching strays. God. 2. Oh my god. That's not the same build at all. There are saw blades in both of them, but I was using Omega saw blades, alright? Oh no. They're gonna home back to me, aren't they?
That's a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage. Oh my god, they're gonna home back to me. They're gonna home back to me. Please. Please. You have repulsions? Okay, so if I stand still, you think? This one was random spell, actually. Oh, delete them. Yes, yes, delete them, I think is the call. Yeah, it may have been, actually, yeah. Hello?
Nope.
I'm telling...
My sides are in orbit right now.
AI generated. Fake news. Don't fall for it, chat. Don't be a sheep. Okay, almost went in the portal. That would have sucked. Starting to run out of rerolls. Hey, we get some more HP to go with all of our HP. Sure. We're in good enough shape that, like, at this point, I'm mainly thinking about the weakening curse more than anything. I'm like, if I can get my hands on that weakening curse, we can start to do some tricks. Unlucky. Our last reroll that we're going to use money on. Okay, well, I guess the Tinker's nice to have. How do you make infinite money in this? There's tons of different ways to get infinite money in Noita. There's quite a bit. Depends on for what purpose you're trying to get the infinite gold. If you just want to have it show up as infinity, you don't really care how you get it, well then that one is the gold ending. That one's the easiest. You just lock in a win, and whenever you lock in the win, you outrun the death circle, and then you get access to infinite gold for outrunning the death circle. If you want, I'll do it at the end of the run today. Pretty straightforward. If you want to do it during the run so you can spend it on all kinds of stuff, well then usually for those you would probably do it with like perks. You can stack the greed perk many times to the point that like whenever you kill a basic enemy, like this enemy right here or this enemy, whatever, you see these little nuggets that are usually worth like 10 gold each. Just picking up a single one of these nuggets would give you billions of gold if you stack enough of the greed perk. Now obviously you're gonna have to stack quite a few of them, but usually that involves breaking the reroll machine or doing a little bit of perk duping. There's all kinds of strategies for that. Alright, we're looking for the projectile weakening curse. Projectile weakening. Wait, actually I think that weakening curse can spawn in heaven and hell and with summon Taikasova. So that may actually be our best method for getting it. Actually, maybe it's just summon Taikasova. Which weakening curses do you cough up? Oh, never mind. He doesn't cough up projectile weakening. Is projectile weakening in the... Let me see. Projectile weak... What? Will it show the other weakening curses? Ah. Oh, it is in the tier 10. So it is in hell and heaven, right? Yeah. It can spawn in hell. Right? Pronouncing it with the help of the audio. Oh, for summon Taikasova. Watch this. It's perfect pronunciation. Summon Taikasova.
Taikasauva.
That's exactly what I said. I'm basically Finnish. You're basically finished if any of the Finns we have in the community hear you. Are they gonna beat me up? Why would they do that? I'm one of their people. Alright, let's say that we put an add trigger onto this. Alpha, cast a copy of the first spell on your wand. You put the heal in the first spot. Oh god, it's got charges. Do the charges, please. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's supposed to be that. Oops, we're gonna need to wrap it. Kinda works. Another... Go ahead and grab the melee weakening. Back to 2 framing. I needed a way for the heals to hit me. Until we find like a boomerang or some shit. Wait, am I... what am I... God damn it. Oh, it's... God damn it. That's why. No wonder. And then we can move this back. And then we move this back. And then we move this and this and this and this and this. Thinking I was using my timer. Oops. I was thinking I was using timer. I was using trigger. Trigger's got to hit something. It's got to like trigger off. Timer, actually, timer's okay. I think the issue with that is we actually need it to be expiration trigger. Is the real fix, isn't it? Can we even hit ourselves with this one? Wait, no, this is one that can't hit itself either. Wait, it was just healing though, wasn't it? Am I crazy? Oh, okay, that one's good. So we're accidentally overwrapping on the other one. Oh, well, it's fine. Who cares? Alright, we're just gonna grab... We don't really need any more gold. I'm just gonna grab a small scoop of it. No, we do not need another DunkTales. Alright. So from here, I'm gonna go up. We are looking for the projectile weakening curse. And I probably shouldn't be doing this in heaven, but we are. We'll see if I regret it in a bit. Weakening curses. Where are you? I'm not going to spend my money on pretty much anything else. We are just focused and locked in to the weakening curses. Alright, projectile weakening curse. There's electric weakening curse, which we could make use of. Yeah, we can do electric weakening and projectile weakening at the same time. For the fun of it. Thought we wanted melee weakening? No, we have one still. But, projectile weakening is going to be the one that we can most utilize. People did some testing with the dragon, and they said the melee weakening doesn't really, do any good. Like, we already even grabbed melee immunity just because, apparently the weakening trick against melee weakening trick does good against like most regular enemies when they try to melee you, but not the dragon, because it's a hybrid damage of both melee damage and bite damage combined. And even when you stack a ton, still apparently it's no good. That's what chat was claiming. Oh, there you go. Now for the final trick.
You guys can see this guy right now.
We can make it where electricity, melee, and regular projectiles heal our player. You don't have to have all three. You can do it with just one of these, but we're doing with a couple. We didn't need the electricity. Melee, like I said, is not going to be that great. This is the main one we needed today. So the other ones, we just have them, so might as well do it while we're... Because the trick, you can do it with 1 or 4. It doesn't matter. I'm fairly new to Noita, and this looks insane. Well, we're about to really amp things up in just a moment. We're about to step it up a notch. What we're looking for is there is a mage in here that's known as the Weakening Mage. And he's not guaranteed to spawn at the top, but he's got a decent chance. So I'm going to look around for him, see if we get lucky. If he's not here, we're going to check in other spots. There are many locations we can find him. There's Ukos. We don't want an Uko, though. Oh, there he goes. That's a copy mage. So this guy right here, he can be used for all sorts of stuff. That mage has actually saved many of my runs in the past. It's a mage that can be very dangerous since he copies stuff. But as long as you know, put some thought into what that means, you can change it around and make it where he saves your run. So all you have to do is, well, first I'll show you what makes him great. Let's say that you were doing a run and you only had these 20 charges, but you had tons of health. You're like, how am I going to use the 20 charges to heal up like tons of missing HP? Which actually right now I don't have any missing HP, so please hold. I need to suffocate myself for a moment. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you shoot a single heal at him. Oop. He'll dip himself in the water if he has a brain. There it goes. So whenever we shot the heal near him, he copied it. Make sure he doesn't drown himself. Are you kidding me right now? There we go. So he copied the heal, and the game is kind of cool. He actually recognizes that he's now a healer. So he's actually healing me, and then the moment that I hit full HP, he's actually going to stop casting at me, because he recognizes that he's a healer at the moment. So this is a method that you can use as like your own little healer station that works forever, but the flaw in it, like the issue, is that yes, he stopped healing because I'm full health. if I walk far enough away from this guy, it will unload him. And then whenever it does that, it's actually going to make him forget what he had copied. So it means every time you go over there, you would have to refresh his mind. You have to shoot another heal near him. But one heal bolt into him means as long as you stay close by, he'll heal you infinitely, is the idea. Actually, wait. Why was I looking at the copy mage when I wanted the weakening mage? Pfft. Listen, I got so distracted with the yap, I forgot which mage I was even looking for. That mage right there is a big deal. That's the copy mage. We're looking for the weakening mage. I was so excited to yap that I wasn't even looking at my mages properly. Alright. Copy mage, he has like the blue face. That was the guy we just used. We're looking for the dude with the white mask. That's the weakening mage. What are we doing here? Bro derailed to do a rant. I did a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't worry. There'll be one over here. So there can be copy mages and weakening mages in the same area. That's why for a second I got a little bit sidetracked. Just a little bit. Dude, there's not many mages actually. See, there's more copy mages again. Oh, there you go. There he is. These are the weakening mages. So these guys are great for an exploit, but besides that, they can be pretty dangerous because they can make you vulnerable to certain damage types that you think that you're safe from. So, for example, you feel like, oh, I don't have to worry about anything meleeing me because I have melee immunity. You get hit with a weakening mage, you can be meleeed during that time that he has the debuff. So you have to be very careful. Alright, so copy mage is cool. Weakening mages also cool, but pretty dangerous. Basically, we are wanting to apply these weakening... Usually you use these weakening curses on your own projectiles for beating enemies up. So like I'd put this weakening curse on my main wand, and then I'm shooting at enemies, and whenever I hit enemies, the weakening curse is amplifying the projectile damage that they're taking. It's kind of not the greatest because it is expensive. 50 mana for that is a little bit wild. But instead, what I want to do is I want to hit myself with that weakening curse. Well, that can be tricky because a lot of projectiles in Noita don't try to hurt you, right? Like that, most projectiles are safe for the player. Like I can't shoot this spark bolt trigger. I can't hit myself with the spark bolt trigger, or well, this is obviously another spark bolt. I can't hit myself with it. I'd have to get modifiers added onto it to then make them eligible to hurt me. So something that already on its own interacts with the player would be a heal bolt, because a heal bolt it interacts with the player because it's trying to heal you. So what I can do is I can attach, so this alpha is copying this heal bolt right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, put these weakening curses on our heal bolt, so that whenever I shoot it, let's see if I can get this correct. Yeah, there you go. We can apply all the weakening curses to our character at once. And we're doing it in such a way it doesn't hurt me. It's just literally applying the modifier effect to me for like 5 seconds. They're kind of hard to see. They're right below my perks. If you're not looking for them, it's very easy to not notice them. All right, so let's begin the weakening trick. Put inside timer. So the reason we wouldn't want to put it here is because, let's say we put it here, it shouldn't. Let me make sure I'm not going crazy on this. Yeah. So yes, they become free, which is what you were thinking. You're like, ooh, make them free, which makes I can spam it. But the telebolt does not naturally hit the player. It pulls the player to a location. It doesn't hit you. I need something that actually hits the player, which is the heal bolt, which is the alpha copying this heal bolt. Does hit the player with heals. Alright, so what we do is we jump out here towards our friend. He hits us, and we get hit with a weakened effect. So while I have this effect on me, my character is currently vulnerable. And what I want to happen is, right when it's towards the end, of this weakened effect, when it's about to expire, I want to hit myself with these weakening curses. And essentially, you get hit with the weakening effect. As the weakening effect is about to run out, you're applying a weakening curse to your character. The weakening effect expires, and then the weakening curse expires afterwards. This leads to your player has a natural resistance to stuff, right? Like the player, some people maybe are confused when they look at damage types, especially when you look at something like explosion damage types. It can be a bit misleading because you'll look at explosions like nukes. Where's a nuke at? 1 second, being blind, right here. So a nuke does 250 damage, and people are like, oh my god, 250. You see it says DMG explosion, damage explosion. They'll say 250, that's my entire health bar. If a nuke hits me, you know, I'll insta-die because maybe you're at like 150 health. Well, the player naturally only takes like 35% explosion damage. I forget the exact amount. But that basically just means the player only naturally takes like 1/3 of the explosion damage. What we're doing now is messing with those natural resistances that the player has, and you can actually make it where you are so resistant to something that it actually heals the player. So the current damages that we're doing this with are electricity, melee, and projectiles. These are the ones that we're going to make it where we resist them so much that they actually heal us. So we've only done it one time so far. So one time means that these damage types will hurt us a little less, but they still hurt us. So we're gonna, oops, I gotta make sure I don't accidentally get the weakening effect on me until after. All right, nope, you missed. There you go. Alright, 5 seconds, 4. Okay, somehow I managed to not hit a single one of those. That was impressive. So that one did not work. Wait, did I move? Did I move something? What did I move? What have I done? What did I end up moving? I was yapping, so I may have moved something that I wasn't supposed to. What did I move, Chad? No, the null is fine. Wait, right? Oh, I mean, you can put it here, yeah. But... wait. Yeah. Oh, am I crazy? That should still hit the same. Yeah, it still hits the same. I don't know what, it was just missing. It was just missing for some reason. We're fine. Oh my god, these stray pixels. No! Repulsion! Yeah, I am running out of mana. That part is true. In fact, we could even do a bit of spell wrapping with it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the spell wrapping because this is getting ridiculous. Goes to there. Wrap that. In that case, they are expensive. Jesus Christ.
Please welcome the freshest, most incredible salmon that money can buy.
Okay, well, that's good enough. There you go. All right, the weakening. So basically, you need to apply the weakening while you have like while this mage's weakening effect is on you. You need to then apply your own weakening effects to yourself, and then you need the weakened effect from the enemy to disappear first. So you want to have both of them on you at the same time, but you want his effect to disappear first. So that and because my own weakened status thing is much shorter, that means you have to wait until the last second to cast it on. You really can wait till like the last 4 seconds is when you apply it to yourself, is the idea. Exactly. It's like it's kind of got a similar feel to something like the Heart Mage trick. A little similar. Obviously, the Heart Mage trick is more about like stacking stuff rather than just like a single thing. But in the same way that the hearts start to get amplified in value, it's like the resistances get misaligned on where they should originally go. And the more times I do this, the more it misaligns the resistance. In fact, at this point, I think with this one, we'll probably be so resistant that we are starting to get healed. But we can test this out if we want to. Let's see if I did that too early. That was close. It was close, but I think I did it in time. All right, let's find somebody that will try to attack us. Oops. Oh, melee, explosion, melee. Oh, this guy right here. Yeah, see, his projectile actually didn't harm us. Let's see if we can... Actually, how will we harm ourselves right now? There we go. It take a little bit. Mushroom guy, see 4,437 health. Mushroom guy shoots his pollen at me. But as you can see, it did heal us. It's just doing wait, it did heal us, right? I'm crazy in there. Did I have toxic sludge on me? There you go. So he is healing, but right now it's only a little bit. That means right now our resistance, we're so resistant, we got a little bit of heal. We would want to keep doing this trick many times, and you can get to the point where just like one of these little pollen shots will heal us for like, you know, 1,000 HP. I just wanted to show a bit of an example there before we did it more times. Is there a max cap to health, or can you overrun health and end up negative? Yeah, you can overrun it and end up negative. You would never do... That's almost impossible to have that happen accidentally. I've played for, you know, over 9,000 hours. I never had it happen accidentally before, and I was only made aware of how to even make it happen in the last like 6 months. You know, people like Nutty were talking about the strategy for it, and how to push your HP. You have to push it up to such an amount that like... So there's a point where your health bar just says infinity instead of saying a number. That is like 1/1,000,000th of how high it needs to actually go to break. So it's like you saw infinity health and you were super powerful, and you're like, oh, let me keep gathering more health. You really got to push it high. But the funny thing is, Spine, is that if you ever do that, where you push your health that high, what happens is once you reach that marker, you close the game, and when you reopen it, the game is like, I don't know what the fuck his health is, negative 25. And then whenever it does that and it sets your health at like negative 25 or whatever, then a message pops up on your screen and it says, the gods are curious. And so it wasn't until like the last 6 months or so when they taught me that I was like, oh shit. So now I actually know a way to get every message from the gods in a way that's not modding. It's all in-game stuff. So the devs, I guess, just knew like players would eventually find a way to consistently do it, and just had a message in the game waiting for people to learn how. Is it if you go over 2 billion as it creates an integer overflow or whatever it was called? I forget the rules of the HP bar. So the devs did some stuff in weird ways. I can't remember if the HP bar is integer overflow. The breaking of the reroll machine specifically is like where the number gets so large it breaks and goes back to like 1 or whatever. Latali said that is not integer overflow. It's a way that it's like a result of the way that the devs store a number. I don't remember if that same thing applies to the health bar as well. But for us people who are not digging in the code, you can pretty much just think of it that way. You just, the number gets so fucking big, the game just kind of freaks out and behaves in a weird way. But if you're a person that loves diving into the code and everything, then yeah, no, that's probably not it. In fact, yeah, see right there, there's one instance of where it explains why it happens and why it's not an overflow. That one's for the breaking of the reroll machine. It means like the number becomes so large on the reroll machine. Like I said, I don't remember for sure the health one. Oh wait, Helidox may know. Massive value is printed function that gets cost for reroll machine, takes a number as a string, stops parsing. Wait, but is this true also for the HP bar? Oh no, that one. So that one's not for the HP bar. So is that one just straight up an integer overflow for the HP bar? So you do think that one, okay? Because I remember before, whenever people would stop by, they would say like, "Oh, why are you pushing the reroll machine so high?" And we're like, "Oh, we're trying to overflow it and reset it, you know, back to 1, because then you can get like 1,000 rerolls for like free." And then the people who like dig in the code get all upset because they're like, "No, that's not what's happening." So it's like, I mean, to us, to people who just play it on the surface level, who, you know, you don't really care about what's happening on the details. You just want to know how to make it happen. And I just always was like, "Yeah, it overflows, it overflows." And then they're like, "Technically, you are wrong." Interesting, they chose multiple different ways of storing and representing integer variables. Yeah, that could be because they did have like multiple, you know, devs working on the game. In fact, some of the quest lines in the game are like each one of the devs added in like their own quest line. And Himpuli, or as his real name is RV, he claimed that when they added in their own quest lines, they didn't necessarily tell the others how to solve the quest lines they added. Reason I don't, he could just be saying that because the eyes are one of the quest lines added by a different dev, and maybe he was getting annoyed with people always asking him, "Hey, can we get a hint?" He says, "I don't know how to solve it. I don't know what the answer is, so I couldn't even tell you if I wanted to." But anyways, my point is maybe that's why the integer stuff is like different devs just doing the way they prefer, you know. Stop yapping and read the explanation. Health is a floating number point, a double. Once you get over the maximum value, it can store. It becomes a special value representing infinity. The game wasn't designed to save and load infinity, so it shows up as -1 after reload. Store and becomes a special value represented infinity, which that can be a little confusing because Noita also has a infinity that shows up on your health bar. I'm guessing that that's not what Rosaline is talking about. You do not, the infinity on the health bar is just them trying to not have to show a big ass number. It's not the special value becoming actual infinity. That's more of a just representation. All right, I'm gonna do this maybe one more time after this, and then we're gonna start our spawning in of the dragons. The reason I was doing this is because the dragons do shoot out projectiles, so I was trying to make sure that if the dragons hit me, that they wouldn't fuck me up too bad. The hell's a Dragon Tamer? You're about to find out. There we go. So I'm in a place that I'm pretty happy with. It's time to go tame some dragons. I'd say the hardest thing is going to be to not accidentally kill the dragon, but luckily there's, you know, every parallel world has a dragon boss. We can just go get more of them. Alright, so let's spawn one in. He's my friend. Let's see if he hurts us very badly. How much is this? Oh wait, oh, we're melee immunity, so he shouldn't be able to hurt us at all, actually. Forgot. I was like thinking about how we did the melee weakening curse. Alright. So let's see how annoying he's gonna be. We may end up having to get like Homebringer or something. Try to tame this dragon. Come on, dragon. It's me and you, buddy. Me and you versus the world. Oh shit, my bad, dude, my bad. I beat him up. I didn't mean to. He's my friend. I wish I had Circle of Vigor. Would Homebringer work on the dragon? I think so. Never done it before, but I assume. 0% Sunquest update, kinda, and Chase checked this. What was this? 0% Sunquest update. There are no updates, kind of. Due to the current temps in my apartment, I wasn't able to make any progress. However, I'd like to point out that the run I'm currently on is no longer in one piece, or it's no longer one continuous run. I allowed myself to use backups made after each session to continue past any deaths to test. Yeah, of course, yeah. The first time having it done at all is the question. Like, can it be done? I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's segmented 0% run now. I have shared this part before, but I don't think it was noticed. Anyways, when I get back to it, the next current objective is to find alternative consistent strategies to kill the Forgotten that don't require rare spells like Sea of Acid. I'll be interested with what you come up with. Alright, where's this dragon at? Did we unload him? We definitely did, didn't we? Oh, no. Hey, buddy. I want to see how he does in the Cursed Rock. That's mainly what I'm heading for right now. Want to die in the Cursed Rock? There's a good chance. Well, basically what we'd have to do at that point...
See this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
What we'd have to do at that point is we'd have to come up with a... we just have to build a heal wand so that we could spam heals at him. It's weird. I feel like the dragon did a good job going vertical with me, but horizontal, he's struggling. Oh, he's taking a bit of damage. Not too bad. Little fella survived it. I'm proud of him. Proud of the little guy. Okay, we'll use that as sustain him. There's definitely better wands out there. But that'll do. Look at how Dunk, he cares about his Pokemon. It's true. I treat him right. I'm the Ash Ketchum of Noita. What is that? Oh. Hey, you have a friend. You're no longer alone. Ooh. Okay. Hopefully I don't run into polymorphine. If I get polyed, I'm just gonna get ran over by a dragon like immediately. You're the already full health one. Where's the other one? Where's your buddy? Did I just beat the shit out of him? Just chainsawed his face. No! There we go. I was just trying to top off their health bars as we head towards some dangerous areas. If they died to acid after all that, I'd have laughed so hard. But right now, I haven't messed with the lava at all around Kolmi, and I just realized that as we were heading here. So we may have to do another journey with some dragons. These may be some test dragons here. These guys may be destined to die. We are taming dragons. And if you're curious about what part of this is supposed to be where they're like tamed or whatever, it's because I took the time to make it so that those projectiles that they're shooting actually help me. And I can show you that in just a moment. Whenever we're going through the cursed rock here. Where's your buddy at? Come on, get through here. Alright. So, watch when the dragons run into me. So I'm currently at 4,404. Not when they run into me, but whenever they, like, you know, shoot at me. 4,404. Okay. It would help if that dude didn't miss every single shot they took. There you go. See, 440, 460. So all the damage that they try to do, the melee damage they're trying to do, I'm immune to it because I have melee immunity. And then the projectile damage that they're trying to do, I have it so that projectile damage heals me. Dude, I've never seen the dragon miss so much. We in the main world? Yes. Got some aggressive looking Pokemon. They're more like a Gyarados. Gyarados is dragon, right? So, counts. He's water and flying. God damn it. But if he's flying, it's assumed he's a dragon, right? I mean, come on. That's how he got the ability to fly. You lost one? Gyarados Jr.? What? Where'd he go? Oh, I think... Is that the other one? What are they doing? Are they duking it out? Are they battling? Where's your brother? Had to have been somewhere down here, right? Go get the orbs. True. We should be collecting those orbs while we're traveling along. What? Where's the other one going? So it's something with them getting near this area. They're just like kind of fucking off. Like, look at him, whatever... What? You could see his path till, like, right here, and then he's just gone. Oh, boy. we may have us one of those challenges where we have to come up with some goofy strat to get them there. Yeah, Homebringer would have to be a method. Yeah, this is why I don't like to do minion related stuff, because we always find out something new, like, oh, these guys just randomly despawn or some shit. Oh boy.
I hope you chip them.
Yeah, we found your dragon. Need you to come pick them up. Yeah, the dragon clusters, but the problem is we would have to walk the dragons back to Kolmi. That would not go well. Alright, let me just go ahead and get the rest of the orbs real fast. Yep, 0 dragons. Luckily the main zone I still have a dragon here. I intentionally left this one because it's like the easy one to deal with, you know? I don't know what happened to him, honestly. I didn't feel like I was moving that quick. How do we want to do this? Could entity dupe the dragon. Specifically the dragon egg. What we'll try to do is we'll try one more time with the west dragons, and then if that fails, we're going to entity dupe the dragon egg, and that'll be how we get our dragons. Should take care of the llama first. Actually, probably be faster just to jump into the first Holy Mountain portal. Is there a way to dupe the dragon? Probably, but it'd be easier to dupe the dragon's egg, which is where he, where he spawns. And then just like, when you walk near it, it should spawn them all in at once. But we'll see if we get desperate enough for that. Alright. There's Kolmi. What's this for? So blood, whenever blood comes in contact with lava, it makes a permanent wall. So I'm just doing this to try to like give like some solid material for the dragon to move through, which I don't think is a big deal. But trying to keep the lava like back, hopefully, like keep anything from interacting with the lava essentially. The dragon may rip into it, like he's made go diving into it, so then the blood should re-solidify it pretty quickly. Just like extra insurance, it's not like a big deal. Hopefully it doesn't have to do anything. So, I get rid of this. Yeah, it should be pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can keep these dragons tamed. There we go. Let's see if we can do it this time. Alright, little buddy. Follow me. My thinking is, if I stay kind of in the sky, there's probably less things to aggro the dragon or like interact with him. Oh god, the fucking bridge boss just started shit with them. Did you see that? The dragon was like, "What'd you say to me, you little shit?" And just went sprinting off. Aren't you forgetting a dragon? You're only in West 1? Wait, I'm not in West 1. I'm in West 2. Right? Where'd the dragon go? Josh says West 2. Alright, thank you, Joshua. These fools. Come on, dragon. Get out of the cursed rock. Get your ass out of the cursed rock. Like a dog playing in mud. You're like, hey, get out of the mud. Get out of there. Alright, there we go. Hello? What? Oh shit. I wonder if this guy somehow instas him. Because he just all of a sudden vanished again. Oh, never mind. He aggroed off to a creature, I think. I love that somebody had an idea to give Dunk an escort mission in Noita. That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying there at the beginning of the run. I was like, why is it that, you know, everybody talks about how escort missions are like the worst parts of games. And then when it comes to, hey, make a suggestion in the run, you guys are always suggesting escort style runs. And then chat said it's because they're not the ones playing. I'm the one that suffers. And that's kind of fucked up. Now dance for us, man-child. Now dance for us, man-child. What the fuck, man? And the dragon's being annoying. Veldak gifting a sub out to Escort Services? What? The hell is this username? I'm a little afraid of what the sweatling thing is going to generate now. The slopling. So many people in chat desperately waiting for a slopling. Like, oh my god. The AI is probably like, I can't post this. He's gonna get banned. Oh, there we go. There we go. Was there a scam? Maybe it decided not to post it. It was like, this is for the best. Oh, fuck. No, 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 no. Your buddy's gone. Come on, dragons. I'm trying to tame these dragons. Oh, fuck. Whenever I lose one, when I hear like a bridge boss attacking and one of them disappears, it's like, oh no. I see you, but where's your little buddy? There we go. There's your friend. He's still camping in the cursed rock. There you go. Chat, what's happening? I'm dragging 2 dragon bosses from parallel worlds into the main world, into an 11 orb Kolmi, which they're gonna do very little damage against 11 orb Kolmi, but this is the life we've chosen. Likely we'll probably have 1 or 2, maybe all 3 die during the fight. Not intentionally, but yeah. It's a Dragon Tamer run, alright? It's some meme shit. It's not an official Noita run by any means. Are they on top of each other? I think they may be. There we go. We have all dragons. Yeah, they were on top of each other. We have all 3 dragons. Now just to get them all moving with me. Oh god. Get out of there. One of the dragons is gone. We are missing a dragon. Remind me that Vex doesn't get to make suggestions for the next decade. Remind me next time he tries to.
To mean Tiny Wen?
We may bring him in. We'll see how this goes. Okay, we gotta chill for a moment. I just want to see if they do any damage to this Kolmi. And Kolmi's gonna be shooting out chaotic poly shots, so he's definitely gonna kill one of these dragons pretty quick. There's no way he doesn't. Alright. Let's do it. It's dragon time. Did he just obliterate one of them? They're not immune to poly? Oh yeah, they probably should have a poly immunity with them. Yeah, they just tanked a poly shot. I just saw it. Oh shit, that poly shot went right next to me. know, they're doing their best. Oh shit, I just healed Kolmi a little bit, I think. Get them, boys! Hunt his ass. They hit him for a little bit of damage. Oh shit! Tank the poly shots, my boys! Tank the poly shots! Oh, his own minions tanked it, actually. The poly shots are actually a problem. They're hard to see. Alright. It's time to bring out the... Oh, shit. I think I just injured my baby, and then he took him out. I may have chainsawed one of their faces off. He was a sacrifice I had to make, damn it. Sometimes, to get ahead, you gotta leave something behind. No! My children! You killed them all! You piece of shit!
Let me see. I don't want to see that.
I didn't want to have to do this. Hold up. Is there still one alive? Is there? No, we already specified earlier that they don't have to survive the fight. But oh shit. Come on. Come on, Kolmi. Oh no, they all died? Okay. Hold on. Oh shit. Don't worry, chat. We always have a backup plan. We always have a backup dragon. I have no idea if Tiny will be less annoying to kite there, but we're about to find out. He seems kind of frisky. Oh my god. He's kind of scary. Imagine a person discovering this blind. It's like, oh my god. What the fuck? Alright, where is he? Oh, he's right here. The problem is those damn poly shots make him really risky to, like, move around. Alright, Tiny, run into him. No, you missed! You had one job. I think Tiny's getting his ass beat. Tiny, you're embarrassing yourself. Dude, he's in crazy mode right now. Tiny left. Oh my god. Oh, those were oh my god, those poly shots got so close. Tiny, you are embarrassing yourself.
Puny dragon.
He died of natural causes, you guys. Look, it's like if a deer jumps in front of somebody's car, can you blame them? No, you're like, the deer was stupid, alright? Tiny was too stupid. Nature selected him to die. It's not my fault. You gotta grow up and accept the harsh reality that is Noita. Whoa, what are these wands kind of crazy? Hold up. That's a spicy one. You speed up? Oh my god, damn. It's a big deer. You're probably gonna hurt yourself. There we go. There was the Dragon Tamer run, which, you know, for a little bit I felt like a Dragon Tamer, but by the end of it, I'm pretty sure it was just a Dragon Massacre. But we got it done, and that's all that matters. We brought out, honestly, we had 5 dragons, but 3 of them at the same time when we began the Kolmi fight. Some say maybe one of them moved to a farm upstate. It's possible. We didn't see its death. Tiny sadly died of old age, and the other 2 are MIA. Mod Vex for... Remind me, next time Vex is in here, say, hey, Dunk, don't you remember you wanted to ban Vex? And I'll say, thank you. You're a hero. That piece of shit trying to send us on an escort mission. But don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not a noob. I'm not going to die where the peasants go to die. No, no, no. I'm going where only the elite gamers go to die. The best of the best. The true Dragon Tamers. This is so cringy. Are you jealous? Are you jealous right now of my Noita ability? Honestly, I don't blame you. They hate us because they ain't us. I did pronounce it correctly, otherwise the chat just spams anus for a bit. There it is, chat. The Dragon Tamer run, a little bit of a goofy run that Vex suggested, and we said, screw it, let's do it. And we will probably never do it again. But in the future, somebody will say, wait, what if you do it where this boss fights this thing? And you'll remember this run, and you'll help me tell them, no, this is a very bad idea because it's torture. I mean, luckily it was only like 45 minutes of torture there at the end. The rest of the run was just us hanging out and having a good time.
On this day, a noble lord, colloquially referred to as Tiny, was recruited by a powerful mage.
I'm that powerful mage. It me, the powerful mage. GG!
Think about this. Best case is that you die.
What about some mod that just had like 20 dragons versus Kolmi? Could be fun. They're so weak. They're surprisingly weak. They don't do crap.
Tiny and his 3 strongest knights fought to the death against the evil master, only to be betrayed by such mage, in a wild bid for power. Yet in the end, his hubris led him to his end in the black hole of Bator, the pit of hell. Namaste.
I don't know what just happened, but yeah. Time for lore of Dunk Kingdom. All right, chat, there it is. Let me lock in the win. It was a goofy challenge. We got it done, though. Would this run have worked better if you stacked more hate? Maybe. Maybe not, though. Because maybe it starts to make the dragon more aggressive to like other small minions that he was running past. Maybe he starts to like just go after them even more. I have no idea. It's been 84 years, 15 months really, but still, but I finally have my golden yes sign. Let's see if that's true. Let's see if it's true. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold up. What? Look at that. There's a whole golden yes crew. Skryra with the golden yes sign, along with White Wolf, Clazy Clover, Paparka. We'll call him Papark.
Wow.
Gooey, Wisdom Dota, Mr. Brain, and Grodercon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8. It would have been nice to have 7 golden yes signs. That would have been blessed. 8's good too, though. 8's respectable. 8 golden yes signs given away on this run. God damn. And look at this group. We have 7 streaks going out to Let me see. Ikati. Smack and Cheese, White Wolf, Kluganator, Clover, Chrono Lord, Vinnick, Papark, Anubis, Fractal Chaos, Count Zone, Skythin, Loopy Luke, Sandsiffer, Wax Newman, Bardo, Dunk on Lava, Elijah, Backwards, Vegetarian Supreme, Mr. Brain, Grodercon, B2K Noobs, and Day XS. Congratulations to all you guys getting 7 predictions in a row correct. Don't hit me with that, huh? Don't look at me. I'm innocent. -7 going out to Simply Going, Sadria Higgs, Hypnos. What's up, Hypnos? And Stormy Window. Congratulations to you 4 on your dunce cap, your little Baka dunce cap. It's in your backpack. You can equip it whenever you like. Double 7 streaks. That is 14 in a row for Mr. Cheaterson, Ocean Tree, Squizzell, CK, Furcifer, and Primo. Primo, who is going to be joining the society again, but getting a blessed 14 streak today. Hell yeah. Yep, the Hypnos. They were here. Farming a dunce cap. 3 7 streaks in a row going out to Aquelos. I see you, Aquelos. Congratulations. That would be impressive, except for Shortman did kind of go insane with the 42 prediction streak. He's him. God damn it, he's done it. 42, Shortman. That's crazy. That may be the biggest streak live in the channel right now. 42 predictions, 6 7 streaks in a row. The 6 7. You got to do it, chat. You have to do it. I mean, I know you hate it. You're disgusted, but you got to respect the 42 streak. Don't die of cringe. Die of respect. I think that's a thing. Probably. It's a 42 yes streak. Hold up now. Shortman has a 42 yes streak. I've been telling you guys, you're always talking shit. You're always like, oh my God, it's so hard being a believer. How does that make any sense? How can it be hard being a believer when Shortman has a 42 yes streak? That just means he says yes every time, and he was right 42 times in a row. My God, Shortman. Thank you. Thank you for proving the point. Oh God, what is he saying right now? Only yes, always yes better, by the way. Surely this is going to be something reasonable.
Shortman was clearly absent yesterday.
No, he was here. He was here. The hell is Raku Nana? The fuck is that? Roku equals 6. Nana equals 7. Just hit me with the Japanese 6 7. What the hell? There's a typo in it. He's not a real weeb. Call him out, Latali. Call him out. Shortman, congratulations, though. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. 42 in a row without messing up. All yeses. I love it. I love it, Shortman. Ginger Cafe and Fire Blast were 2 people that lost their streaks today because they thought I was going to lose this run. Or maybe the -6 was intentional. Maybe they wanted to lose that. I don't know, man. I don't know. What are you talking about believing, motherfucker? I lost a 24 streak when I voted yes yesterday. I can't recall. I feel like maybe you're mixing things up. You know what? Somebody get Shadow King back in the retirement home. He's forgot to take his meds. Somebody give him his meds. It's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. You know what, chat? I'm gonna be back in about 14, let's say 15 hours. I am actually starving right now, so I'm gonna go grab some food, and also little Teddy's probably outside meowing, And the last couple days, this little stray orange cat that goes through like phases where he hangs around a little bit and then him and Teddy will get into a fight and then the orange cat doesn't come back for a couple months. Well, he showed up again recently, so got to make sure to be on time so he doesn't starve out there because the orange cat is actually really skinny. But I try to give him some food too. Yay, cat sex. They are both boys. Just two boys hanging out. Well, I guess it is Pride Month. All right, it is Pride Month, so I don't know what's going on out there. No TI. We are saving the TI.
Brother,
We are saving the TI for the stream later today in 15 hours. Put it on your schedule. Some Twitch integration along with some other Noita runs, of course. Prepare your bodies. Check this out. It's actually pretty innocent. What was the username on this one? Was it Escort Services? Elite Appointments, Celebrities, Athletes, Influencers, Entrepreneurs, High Rollers, VIP Guests, Special Guests, Discretion Guaranteed, All Access, No Trace, Ever. I like how the sign says all access, no trace ever, and then it just what is this? Today's bookings and just has them publicly posted. Nobody will ever know you're here. This guy's gonna be here at 7 though. It's insane, and no one will ever find out. Don't worry about it. We use discretion. All right, chat. Well, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Chat was saying that Zytio is on. Let me look.
Mystery guest is Epstein 100% or Big Diddy.
Didn't see anything about lube on there. Right now, Zytio is doing some marbles on stream. He's actually only been live for about half an hour, so this is the perfect place to raid since he's just getting started. It's because some people maybe are just now stopping by. They're wanting to have some fun. We're going to keep the good times rolling. Though I am seeing a penis on Zytio's stream. You will have to ask him about that. Clearly,
smash.
Somebody has hacked his stream. Pride Month? Okay, never mind. It's acceptable then. Bring out the penises. You know what? Zytio embraces the penises. You can let him know that we're proud of him. We also are filled with love and support for Pride Month as well. Oh shit, look at this. DunkOrSlam is wrapping up the Dragon Tamer run with the prediction streak review. Short Man's 42 in a row yes streak is stealing the show, and an eight golden yes signs were handed out. Well done. Well, look at that, Short Man. Even the AI was like, this motherfucker's crazy. He's out of control. He's got a 42 streak. Join the marble race with us? Perhaps. First, I got to grab some food because I'm going to starve to death and may die at any moment. And Teddy and possibly the orange cat if he's out there. I don't know. He's been there the last couple days. Like I said, he's getting kind of skinny. Got to feed him up. Ignored my 100K? Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me see. Before the stream goes off, remember, I'll be back in about 14 hours. Oh, shit. Ignoring my cringe comments for a sec. Fun fact, it was ironically found you through pirate software that I found your stream through one of his Noita shorts, looked him up and played some other slop, and you were online, mesmerized that, okay, now I'm seeing, okay, there's something about a wig, baldness, all right, ignore the rest of it. Mooncat, I appreciate the lurkage. Thanks for the love and support, chat. I'll see you guys in 14 hours. Deuces, chat.